Hey, welcome to the Blue Podcast. Really quick heads up before I actually get to the actual episode. The mic that I was using was actually doubled for about 10 minutes of the episode, so it sounds kind of robotic and echoey. That's not unlistenable, but it might bug some people. If it bugs you enough, just skip past it 10 minutes in and it gets fixed. Otherwise, I just want to let you know, that way you know you're not dealing with it the whole episode. Cool, so here's the podcast.
Oh, what kind of name is Malekith anyway?
It's an elf name, I guess, right? Wasn't he an elf?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's a dark elf.
Dark.
I love that they made fun of that.
That's actually that. Yeah, they made fun of that in
Endgame.
Endgame.
And
Like,
the dark
elves.
Ooh.
I forgot about that.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And Ant-Man's all chilling there, all excited. Like, oh yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, he's the only one.
He was more excited than everyone in theaters.
Yeah. He was more excited than everybody in the theater for Justice League.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Damn it.
The audience was just as small as him.
Yep.
Welcome to the Brewery Podcast, and I'm changing the episode number right now because I messed that up. This is episode 102. Yeah, we're messing it up. I'm Adrian. Gore's here. David's not here this week.
Yeah, he is. He's right there.
Hi.
Yeah, that's David.
He's looking a lot more slim.
He's an Overwatch.
A lot darker.
Overwatch. I'm in Toronto. Hey.
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 Yeah. So we got. So what do you prefer to go by on here? Doesn't really matter. You said.
No, I mean Chris is fine.
So we got Chris, otherwise known as. Did you say it's Siege? I keep asking. You don't answer.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, it's Siege.
Siege.
That's what I assume.
At RealCeej. Yeah, he shows up in the chat every once in a while. He asked me to hop on here, and we said, let's do it. We kicked Dave out for an episode.
Yeah.
Kick rocks, Dave.
Cut.
He's down.
Done.
He's out.
Which this would have been his 100th episode.
Yeah. He's never. Hey, go back last week. Gore said you'll never see a 100th episode.
I made sure.
Yeah. Hey, you never paid him for his PS5, so that's what happens.
Yeah, actually he did. Shout out to David. He did. He actually did.
Hell yeah.
So shout out to David. He came true finally.
He came true.
He came true.
Yeah, no, he's taking care of stuff. He should be back next week though, and then on top of that as well, he should be here on our Sunday stream when we're doing. Did you get EF?
It should be in the mail tomorrow. They sent it. Gamefly shipped it to me back on Monday.
Yeah.
It's still ain't here.
It'll be like my package. It'll
What do
be
you mean?
a week late.
Yeah, it'll be here tomorrow. I'll make sure of it.
Yeah.
I'll
So
pull some strings. I'll get it.
this is our video game
Like,
podcast.
stupid-ass game.
We record this every Thursday on twitch.tv/depunked. Goes up live on audio and video, usually a day or two afterwards on YouTube. Both youtube.com/depunked and youtube.com/brothermoviegod. Audio services on Spotify, Amazon, all that good stuff. That's where we're at as well. Check us out there. Shouts to our weirdly large fan base on audio that I still don't understand. Well, I do understand why, but I want to hope. Did you ever hear about that? Were you around listening when we told you what was the issue with that? Or not the issue, I should say, but like why? So because we have rupees in our names, it's really big in India.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So people, I think people are going into the assumption it's like a money
money.
podcast. And they hear us talking about Malekith.
Yeah, Malekith the Strange or something.
But there's actually a retention on some of the listeners too, which is weird. So
Oh,
whatever.
We tricked them.
Yeah, we got him. We got him.
Eventually, we'll talk about rupees.
One day.
One day
Hey,
we'll give them some tips.
yeah, if you want your best rupee tips, brp@bluerupees.com. We'll answer any sort of rupee stuff. We may not be investment experts, but we are rupee experts all the way, 100%. We know exactly what we're doing.
What's up?
I mean, look at my room. I'm definitely not an investment expert. Well, garbage.
Hey, if you ever well, no, I feel like if you ever went bankrupt for some reason, you're still not selling anything, you're like, nah.
No, it's mine. No, that's a business expense.
He's taking that to
Yeah,
the grave.
it's really expensive. Yeah, because it's the background. We need to look at
Yeah,
it.
I need that. I need that for flavor. Background flavor.
We have a video game book club we do every month called Games Gone By. It's also part of this. We also just spun it out into its own separate feed as well that's now on video. Are you reposting those, or are you gonna?
I'll repost them
Sure.
if you want me to.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just look them up. I never got a link to the channel. I'll find it.
No, not the channel. I'm just posting it on my YouTube.
Oh, you don't have a channel for it?
Nah.
How embarrassing.
Right now they're going up Tuesdays, and we do have a new layout. We have commissioned on that. It looks really good. I actually like it a lot.
Okay.
got a new intro and everything. So once the next Games Gone By happens, you'll see all that stuff, which is really good. Fiverr's been finally pulling through as of the last time, where some guy tried to maybe spend $45 on
$45
his example.
Shit.
on his example.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh my
I, I was looking for a template because I've been trying to like make everything look nice by the time when I get my when I get all the stimulus stuff and everything works out and I get like beef up a PC. I want to have all these nice templates for when I stream and all that. I went on Fiverr because someone recommended that because I posted something on Twitter and my God, I got like flooded with people on Twitter commissions and God bless them, but like all of them came out really gamer and I'm nothing against that, but I just don't like that. So it was like very much like harsh like colors, like dark purple with like accents everywhere and like with like a cartoonized version of someone holding like a controller. It says like let's get dubs or something like that, And I'm like,
let's get dubs.
yeah.
Let's go get some dubs.
Let's get some dubs. B-dubs.
I'm feeling dubs today.
But yeah, no, I'm not. I was like, no, I'm not into that. So I went on Fiverr. And found someone that had like a decent enough layout. It was like clean and accented enough that I wanted it. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Went on there, picked it, and I told you exactly what I wanted. I paid his most expensive one because I said I want because it had on there like, oh, I'm gonna give you like a starting soon screen, lower thirds for guests and all this. And I'm like, all right. So I paid that all. He came back 2 images of literally his example with like basic text that said Blu-ray Podcast on it, and I'm like, no.
For some reason, I thought you were gonna say like he just took a picture of himself and sent it.
that would have been funnier. I would have been like, all right, you gave me a good laugh. I'm still not happy about it, but you gave me a laugh.
I'm not happy, bro.
He gave me exactly what his example was.
What's that one video that we love where it's just the guy in the shower and he comes out?
Hot girl shower prank.
Hot girl shower prank. Look up hot girl shower prank. It's like
you'll never find it.
Oh, is it gone?
No, because I found like I feel like there's gonna be so much more. Oh, this is a hot girl and shit. Yeah, like actual ones, not like. But that was a classic.
Well, if you can reenact it for you. Just pretend this is the current. Yeah, you click it because you. Oh, hot girl.
It's the current. All you see is the current.
See that? You see a current. He comes out. He's just like.
And he has to watch his steps because he has to.
Yeah. You get over the, and then he goes. And then the video
and it's in that quality of old internet where we found that video like in what 2009 probably. Well, I didn't. Well, wait, I found it then, but I mean I showed you.
You found it then. I didn't even know you.
Hearing me double? Oh shit.
Oh,
I know why.
David's not here to test the audio.
Oh right, huh? See what happens?
Can't hear you.
Now we can't hear you.
Now we can't hear you. Period.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, they can hear me on
It's
stream.
because he has both his mics on. I guess.
Stream, you can hear me.
I'm assuming he can't hear you.
The stream can hear me. There we go. Yeah, no, I had this on because I was in the other room. I forgot about that. All right, you guys should be good now, stream. Appreciate that, by the way. Yeah, no, that was like old internet video quality where it's like someone recorded that like on an iPhone 3G or something.
Yeah.
You know what? That's when you know you hit a good video. If something's titled dumb and it has that quality of video, you're like, all right, this is the good stuff.
I usually find like all the good videos are less than 10 seconds long.
You know what?
Like,
I'm gonna
maybe 30 seconds is good.
You know,
10 seconds.
Vine and like dumb TikTok are like the new wave. I think that's like the way you kind of want to go with stuff.
Sure. I mean, I wouldn't go on TikTok.
No, I'm never gonna go on TikTok, but
I'm sure they're videos from TikTok that I watch on YouTube. I'm sure they are.
I was gonna tell this to you. I think for your birthday, I'm gonna amass you a personalized try to laugh challenge gore edition.
Okay. Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm gonna make you just. I know of your humor. I think I'm probably gonna work with Kyle on it. And we're going to try to give you like 15 minutes of just nonstop bangers because I know you, because we're going to personalize it towards Gore. If you haven't seen his trying to laugh challenges, watch his trying to laugh and you'll know his humor. Like you'll pinpoint the ones that get him and you'll just know.
I usually laugh at things that are funny.
Yeah, that's it. If it's funny, it's on there.
Makes sense.
Adik the
Classic humor.
Adik the One's pretty good at his quality of them.
Adik the One's the best one.
Oh, by far.
But,
we're gonna get new ones soon, right?
I really like the new ones. Yeah, once a month, I think so. Guy, hey, it's always in the beginning.
I love that he's in on the joke, but people still don't get it.
Whenever I say like I laugh my ass off through the video, and then I'm just like,
And
There
then
you go.
and then
Still didn't laugh. Not a single laugh.
And Adik is in the comments like, "Damn, I can't get you."
Yeah, I can't get you, bro.
Even though Gore laughs like
Amazing.
4 seconds in. Gore's like the only one on. Gore is the only trying to laugh challenge that doesn't care about the actual challenge. He's like, I'm just gonna hear and watch the video.
I watch other challenges and it's cool. I like watching people try not to laugh, as the title would suggest. But it's not fun, really, when it's just like something really funny just happened and you just see someone go. It's like, I'm like, Jesus.
But my favorite was that in one of Gore's things, he was like, I actually tried this time, but it got me right away. All right. So we also do, well, it's on hiatus right now, but we got some Ranksters episodes still up there. That'll come back soon. I'm going to do a Daft Punk episode eventually. Gore has his own, no, Kyle or Gore were doing their own. You were doing another one, right?
I already did mine.
Okay, and we'll
Like,
upload
the one I mentioned a little while ago.
Yeah, and we have two more episodes as well. That will go back up soon. But
yeah, we have 2 episodes that can.
I just want to make sure we have a schedule before we start doing that, and I might even be back on Tuesdays because one of the Ranksters is able to do it now. But we might do it maybe once every other week. We'll see. We're figuring it out still. That will come back though. That's still up there. And yeah, like I said, Games Gone By, that's gonna go up Tuesdays from now on. And yeah, so as I was saying, the layout for every Games Gone By is retroactive now. So I went back and re-edited the old episodes to have an intro, outro, and the new background on it. So there's a reason to go back to go watch it, even though it gets better as time goes on. You could tell the quality of it because we didn't really know what we were doing as well at the beginning, but we kind of nailed it down eventually. Let's see.
How long did that take you think?
To nail down a time? Well, the problem is that when we did the episodes, we started it as a segment, so we didn't. Even though I was smart and like made it its own thing, we didn't even introduce ourselves, which is an issue.
Yeah, I wasn't like, I would have said something at the time, like, well, maybe we should introduce ourselves or something. But I always thought it was just gonna be a part of the podcast. So at this point, you're already 3 hours in. So it's just like, if you don't know who the fuck we are, I don't know what to do for you, I guess. Yeah, and that was before we had the names at the bottom of us, right?
No, we had them, but it was super just lame. It was lame.
Okay, I thought it was like, wasn't there like in the beginning when we didn't have any names at all?
In the beginning, it was just our webcams and just like white text underneath.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There was
Yeah, there was always text on there. But yeah, so we did make a intro, and I'm using it for like the first couple episodes. I might make us do another intro, just that way it's not the same 1 minute intro introducing ourselves for every episode. I'm trying to figure out when we actually introduce ourselves. I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in, and we still don't. So I thought it was like 3, but no, we still just don't. We're like, all right, and we even say like this. We introduce what it is, but just never ourselves.
Right. Well, I mean, there's no reason if we have the names below us
for audio, because it's audio as well.
Oh, well, screw them. They'll figure it out.
yeah. Eventually, they're gonna piece together the clues.
They'll figure it out. They'll figure out David's the one that's that usually gets shit on by me, and you're the other guy. So,
yeah, I'm the guy that introduces them. That's it. There's only 3 of us.
They all sound fat except that one guy that's like doing the hosting duty. So
he only sounds half fat.
He only sounds half fat.
Yeah, and that is on audio as well. So that's on iTunes. Everything, you can listen to that as well. It's pretty good though. We're going through it. I do like the background a lot though. That came out really well. All right, that was that. Chris, let's talk about you for a second. You have stuff to pimp out. Let's go through it.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, thank you, first of all, guys, for letting me join here. It was super cool to get the invitation. I've been following you guys for a bit, and
we appreciate that.
Enjoy the banter. But yeah, I've just recently started a podcast with a friend of mine, Tom, and it's called 1H1D, or 1 Hour 1 Decision. And we take a game, play it for 60 minutes, and then we decide if we want to keep playing it or not.
God, we need to do that.
we fucked up. I listened to a little bit of it. I think that there's something wrong with my browser though, because it was just like, I don't know why. I always have a problem with the audio. I use Firefox, and I shouldn't because it's fucking garbage.
Oh god, it's trash now.
Even like whenever I try to listen to our audio, whenever like you mention it, I'm like, I go to it just to see if it sounds good. It just like glitches out, and it's always it's just Firefox. I know it is. But yeah, I listened to a little bit of it. It was pretty cool. I like the concept.
I was about to say
Yeah,
that's a good concept. We should have done that instead. We're like, oh, let's play the whole game.
Yeah, because you play the game while you're actually recording.
Yeah, I mean,
so-
well, I mean, Tom and I are, older, and so we would figure, and got our own responsibilities.
20.
I've got a family, and yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm 12.
Yeah.
Adrian's
Oh.
15.
Yeah. I like how I went the opposite. It was always a joke that you were 45.
I'm 12.
But yeah, so we were just like
That's
figured,
cool.
hey, like let's try to play some random games, and this is what we're doing right now. So
Nice. And that's on YouTube, on
I'm sorry, yes,
you're
it's all over
the internet.
Apple, Spotify, Apple. I just added it on Stitcher today. A bunch of
I think
others.
I listened to it somewhere. It was audio.
Yeah,
It's
no,
on
it's
the
it's
site
just
you
audio
linked
only.
it, right?
We don't have. Yeah, it's
Oh,
on
you don't
it's
have
on our
YouTube,
site
okay.
too, but it's hosted on Transistor, so it's like 1h1d.transistor.fm.
Do you have a
is
YouTube?
the URL. No YouTube yet.
You should.
I don't know. We're deciding on that.
I mean, you don't even have that video. I think just putting it up there and just the audio on there, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
too. People are on that YouTube. What's it called now? Is it YouTube Red or is it something else now? YouTube Music?
For music?
I
think it's
just know people just use that.
Oh.
Just people listen audio on video a lot of time. That's what I do too. Sometimes I'll just throw it on there, and even though I can find the audio version, I'll just throw the video up there and play something else on my Switch or something while I'm doing that. That's very popular with a lot of people.
Cool. Good to know.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
Play some Stardew.
Yeah, speaking of
Yeah.
Stardew, actually, I didn't mention that, which I'll get to in here in a second. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, game's gone by.
Yeah, we'll round back again in a second. But tell us a little bit more about yourself. What have you been doing? What kind of games you like? All that good stuff.
Well, recently, I actually just started playing Control.
Hell yeah.
Because your guys' recommendation. So
Hell yeah.
I think Gore's
My
was-
recommendation. Nobody else
I
played
played-
it.
I played-
You've just been
Hey,
spamming Twitter with Control. I was
Hey,
like, oh,
I would
really
fit on his
good.
podcast. They played it for about 60 minutes.
Yeah, I played it twice.
I do want to play that
All the way
soon.
through.
I do really want to play
Two
that soon.
different consoles. It's really good.
but yeah, it's been a while since I played. It's been a while since I played a Remedy game, but also something as weird as this. So I've only played probably 2 hours of it. So how long?
That's
It's
strange.
it's probably what 16.
Like
17?
I think 10 to 15. It matters on
Oh.
it gets tough. So it really is dependent on how much you're upgraded, how good you are at the game. Because it gets, dude, the last part of the game, I ain't gonna spoil it, but it's a nightmare.
Do they explain everything at the end, or is it just still what the heck is going on?
Does it take the DLC?
No, what it does is it doesn't explain everything, but it gives
Sopranos
you
hard
questions.
cut.
Yeah,
Oh,
hard cut. And then-
God.
yeah, Jesse gets shot in a deli or wherever happened. I'm assuming that's what happened
That is what
to
happened.
Tony. Yeah, I only seen the clip. I wouldn't know any context for that. But yeah, it does, but it doesn't exactly 100% give you confirmation of what's going on, but it gives you enough where you don't feel like you're cheated, and also it gives you more questions where you're interested in
Okay,
where the story's gonna go next. It
so
doesn't
they're
hard cut
lining
and
up.
it's done.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it doesn't line up. It's lining up for a sequel.
yeah, and there's another DLC I haven't played yet. To be
Oh.
fair, I played one DLC. I haven't played the. I played the one with our boy. I'm gonna spoil it just in case, but and then the other one. I haven't
With
played that
Master
one. I
Chief
forgot
in
what's. Yeah, Master Chief.
Master Chief
Yeah, I mean,
on
Altered Worlds and
PlayStation.
stuff.
on PlayStation.
Yeah,
Hey,
it looks.
Microsoft wants to be everywhere.
He's in
Oh,
Fortnite
yeah, and
on PlayStation.
He is free. Oh, that's two things. He's on PS5. Wait, is the Minecraft skin on PS5 or 4?
That's a good question.
Or is
actually. I
that
don't
only-
know.
I think it might only be Xbox, honestly. Which is weird because can you do crossplay with Minecraft?
Yeah,
So what do you see when you're playing PS4?
it's a
With,
black block. It's censored. It's all yeah.
they switch it to Aloy or whatever her name is
Yeah.
from Horizon or
Um,
Killzone guy.
What kind of games do you play? But you play Control, obviously. But do you play?
Well, I mean, I try everything out. Although I'll be frank, I don't have a lot of patience for long games anymore.
Oh, I'm right there. With
I've
you.
just I mean, I'm also still playing Ghost of Tsushima, but I've been taking my time with it because I want to
Yeah.
kind of complete it. And it's oh man, do I want to play this right now? And it's do I want to invest 3 hours while my kids are yelling to be fed. So I was like, all right, maybe not. So,
Right.
you know, it is what it is. But I actually just started playing Dirt 5
Oh yeah,
because it was on Game Pass. So I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. So
Dirt's great.
yeah.
I tried that out just because I got the Series X.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see what it looked like. It was probably a bad idea because I don't know what it looked like originally. So it's just like I'm playing on Series X. So I'm like, I don't know. Does this perform better? I have no idea. So it's just
It looks
all
good
right.
though.
It looked good though.
Yeah, the
but-
screenshots like on Game Pass and stuff like that don't do it justice. It actually does look pretty good, but
yeah, it did look good.
Nice.
I remember when that game was coming out, people were shitting on it because it was like,
yeah.
ooh, Series X gameplay.
fanboys need to like,
yeah.
oh, look at this. Look, there's a pixel.
Which is funny because it's on. I'm pretty sure it's on PS5 also, isn't it? So,
Yeah, it is. But it's supposed to look better on PS5 also. So that was the other thing.
Oh,
It was
That's the
like-
thing. That's the thing with a lot of Xbox,
A lot of
thing,
the games
which is
happen.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing that because the architecture, like it works out now, but like potentially it might be worse on PlayStation later on. But I mean, at this point, you just wait to see what happens. And
Well,
it's not even like that big of a difference from last generation. Last generation, like Xbox One versus PS4 was pretty bad because that was like a whole 900p versus 1080p.
yeah.
Now it's like literally like, oh, it dips
Like
5
it dips
frames.
to 55.
Yeah, it dipped 5 frames for a quarter second. Oh no!
3 out
They
of
lost
10.
again.
I might like something that really you only know because someone literally analyzed the
Yeah,
hell out of the
'cause
footage because they
Digital Foundry told you.
they put a
Oh my
they
God.
put a chart on there.
Yeah.
There's that one guy I feel like who just shits on Xbox all the time.
Oh, Twitter.
No, in Digital Foundry, one of those guys. Like, he literally like he tries to like find every flaw in it, and he's like, "Oh no,
yeah.
PS5 is better." I was like, "Really? All right, cool."
Oh, I feel like I heard that guy in the Cyberpunk one because they were saying like how on Xbox Series X it doesn't compare really because they had a lot of dips compared to
Yeah.
PS5. I mean that game was broken either way, but it worked better
People
on
with
PS5.
people with
Maybe that was
3080s
the
had that
same guy.
game break.
Yeah. My game broke. I have that big ass boy. I'm playing on in there. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
haven't gone back
I
to
feel the same way with a lot of long games too, which is ironic talking about what kind of games I played this week.
that.
We'll get to that in 1 second though, but really quick to round it back, I forgot to mention Games Gone By schedule this month. EDF 5, April it's gonna be Hellblade: Senua Sacrifice. May is 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. June's Parasite Eve. July is Metal Wolf Chaos XD. August is Stardew Valley, and September is Tokyo Jungle. That's going to be our Games Gone By schedule. So get ready for EDF, which, as I mentioned, will be streamed on Sundays with me, Gore, and David.
Oh, I forgot. I did beat Metal Gear Rising. That was the other thing.
Ooh,
Hell
what do you
yeah.
think?
It's
Yeah,
like-
the game.
it was so ridiculous. Like I said, it was maybe 4 hours of gameplay and like
Yeah.
70 hours of cutscenes.
Cutscenes and dialogue and crap. Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't Hideo Kojima, but it might as well have been.
Yeah.
It felt like it. I mean, I guess he wrote it, but so.
Oh, yeah. What a good time, though.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was ridiculous.
Senator is the best video game character of all time. Senator Armstrong.
Nanomachine, son.
Yeah,
I
Done.
forgot. I told about that on the Games Gone By that I feel like I had a coma during that game apparently because I just didn't know anything. But that line was so superb that it stood the
Oh,
test of time. Nanomachine,
Yeah.
son.
Of course, that's a meme now, but yeah, man. Him talk about memes and stuff too.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it did
memes
go
are-
pretty dark too, I guess.
Oh yeah. Metal Gear's weird because Metal Gear Solid is like during the gameplay and even during some of the cutscenes, it's like really over the top and goofy, but then it gets really, really serious about like
Really?
child
That's what
soldiers.
I-
Wait,
that's
what?
I
What
want.
just happened?
I know it's really.
I'm so
abrupt.
excited to play that. Honestly, that seems like way up my alley. Just like how distracted I am with my mind sometimes, where I'm like, oh, I need to change the pace. Whoa, we're goofy. Look, there's a funny hat guy here.
Yeah.
All right, and
well,
then-
this soldier keeps farting
And then-
while this really serious moment is happening. That's MGS4.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm very excited. That's gonna be one of my series I go through.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna get that out of Yakuza as well, where it's like super goofy sometimes, but
Oh,
like
yeah,
then
yeah,
the
yeah.
story is just fantastic. Apparently,
Yeah.
um,
And the Japanese love doing that. They don't give a shit. They don't. They're like, oh, tonal shifts. Yeah, let's go 0 to 100% like instantly.
so let's talk about that for a second. So, Chris, what'd you play? So I'm gonna call you Siege right now because we have two Chris's in here. What'd you play?
Okay.
usually call me Gore, so I'm not confused.
This week,
Yeah.
like I said, it was Dirt 5, Control. What else did I just finish? Something else.
Metal Gear.
No, not Metal Gear.
No,
But that was over like 2 days, and it was like, oh, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
Cool. I can't remember now. I'm drawing a blank. It was probably that forgetful of a game, to be honest.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I have the same problem.
But yeah.
Nice. Chris, what'd you play? Or Gore, what'd you play?
Hi.
Eh.
I played not much. I didn't even go back to Persona, honestly.
Motherfucker.
It's whatever. Who cares?
Speaking of long
I didn't go
games.
back. I'll play it one day. It's a good game. I know.
Are you doing that
I mean,
Xbox Series finally?
No, actually, I haven't really been messing around with the Series X that much. I tried out a few games, but I barely played.
How is Duck
anything. I
Dynasty?
just want to see it. Okay, I didn't try that yet. I'm going to do a video for that. That's video worthy. If you don't know, I'm going to go back and pretty much try out every stupid ass game nobody would try out on the Series X to see if they perform better. And I got Duck Dynasty, I got Duke Nukem Forever, I got
dang.
I have to look. There was a couple other
Legis
games that were
Larry?
stupid stuff. I don't think that's backwards compatible, but I would definitely try it if it is. If it is though, that's definitely going there.
Yeah, Racing with
but-
Ryan.
Racing with Ryan, that's happening.
Do you
I have
you
that
have
game.
game?
No, of course I have it. Of course, I'm a huge fan.
Do you know what that is?
No, I know it's like some
I'm asking
kid
either
or
of you.
whatever, right?
No.
I know it's some kid.
It's some
I don't know
YouTuber kid.
anybody in my family that likes that kid though, or knows who he is though.
Dude,
But he's because I have a bunch of cousins and nephews and stuff, so I thought, oh, it's a kid, and I don't know what the fuck he does, but he does something.
Dude,
okay.
Yes,
Ryan,
yes.
I don't know, his name's Ryan.
I
something,
dipped
right?
my toe into that, like, just because I was hearing from people saying, like, if you've never been on, like, the kid side of YouTube and seeing, like, the stuff that's catered to them directly, it's fucking
Embarrassing.
weird.
Very weird.
And yeah,
Same.
and I was like, okay, so I went to that, and oh my god, like, I could see why, but like, damn, dude, like it like require they're on like it's that kid and his dad like just like off the walls, like constantly doing something because they have to keep the kid's attention span.
Yeah,
And
of course.
oh my god, like just sensory overload. Not like everything's going on, but like they're just constantly doing something. Like, oh god, Ryan, what are you gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, and then they stand up. Let's do a little dance, Ryan. And they start doing, and they're like, oh my god, like I can't handle this right now.
All right, well, never mind. Never mind. I'm not playing Racing with Ryan. I can't deal with that.
I looked at the video because I saw that game and I was like, all right, I kind of want to see if I could handle this rabbit hole. I couldn't. I was out after one video, but
Let me go get it.
yeah, you go ahead.
Kid, oh my god! Like he was making money like by like 3
that
or 4
kid's
years old.
Banking it, dude.
Yeah.
Like that kid's
Yeah.
killing it. I'm sure. I'm upset how fast you found that.
I have a stack of like all my the games I just got recently. To show
Oh, you
off,
just got it?
and- Yeah, I just got it like a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
It came like this too. A little upset.
Wow,
I bought a
Ryan.
new copy. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Real asshole.
Shoddy workmanship right there.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Yeah, because we all know Ryan's out there cellophaning
Yeah,
every
look
single
at him.
copy.
Look at him, arrogant ass. Look at him. Real happy.
I'm sure
Real
Ryan.
happy,
I'm
dude.
sure Ryan's doing great right now.
It's funny that you mentioned him too, because I've never heard of him until like maybe a month ago when I went to a store and they had like on clearance some like I don't even. It was like a toy or something. I don't know. It was just this kid's right here face. I'm like, who the fuck is Ryan? Like, I just learned about Baby Shark like a couple months ago.
Right.
And now there's like
Oh,
a Ryan kid, but I guess
Now,
he's been
now
around
there's
for a
Ryan
while.
kid.
And there's like what's that one animated thing that keeps showing up in like every
The pig.
I don't know if you want. No, not the pig. There's like it's the same thing except it's animated. It's like a dad and a kid. It keeps showing up in like those best memes compilation I watch. And it's like a joke, but it's like I keep seeing it's like a kids thing or something. I'm like, what the hell is this? I don't know. You can go on Netflix too and see whatever is trending in the top 10. There's like some weird kid stuff every time in there. I looked earlier today because I was watching the Pacific Rim anime.
How is that, by the way?
And pretty good. It's pretty good. I only watched the first 4 episodes, but it's weird. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, right next to the murder of Mormons or whatever, you'll see some weird kid show. I'm like,
it's like I get the thought process because like you need to pump out material as fast as you can with these kids because once they get past like the age of 7 or 8, they're not gonna be able to keep those kids' attention span really that well. But
they're moving into Fortnite.
My God,
Right.
like I was asking my girlfriend and I was like, have you seen it? She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, that stuff is like what you can keep kids with like attention easy. And it's like, I believe it because I can't handle it. Just like how fast they're moving and what all the random goofy stuff they're doing. I'm like, oh my God. So
I would love to have seen the meeting that the game developers had with them to be like, hey, what kind of game do you want? And it's like, well, stay still, kid. Like,
I assume what they did is they had
bounce out the walls like he's mask or something. Mask.
Well, I imagine what probably happened is that they made that game and they just had like it was called like Kart Racer Pro or something like that, you know?
And they just add Ryan.
Yeah, and then they're like, all right, well, we can
exactly.
we can add his name to it and his face on it, and it'll sell more.
Actually, you want me to sell you the game right now because they have some really good good bullet points right here. Okay, race with Ryan. Take the wheel as Ryan and all your favorite Ryan's World friends. That's it.
Hell yeah,
that's it.
That's it. I guess he has a panda friend.
They do a let's play of their own game.
Oh my God.
Oh, good. I'm gonna do a let's play of their game too. So
see who does
hey
better.
Ryan, if you're watching, get ready.
You want to race?
You want to race, bro? Wait, is this online? Wait. Okay, it might be It might be like split screen. It doesn't say online.
I was about to say
it's
playing online.
Yeah. All right. Never mind.
You're trash. You're trash, Ryan.
Garbage.
Get
Ryan.
better.
Suck, Ryan.
Get a better game.
Good job. I just realized my case is broken too.
Wow.
Oh no, Ryan's about to get the hands. It's also, by the way,
let's not say that because we know what happened to someone else.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's by the way, it's Xbox One X enhanced. So
One X,
so,
not Series X enhanced.
No, it's here. No, you can't afford that. It isn't 4K Ultra HD though. So
those colors really just pop out of you.
Yeah, that low budget bullshit that should be on a Wii really pops out.
That screams Wii game to me.
Do you remember when the Wii had like the Ninja Bread Man guys? They cranked out like a game every like month.
Yeah, and they had and the starting screen was the same one for every single one.
Yeah, it was the same thing, and it was like the same graphics, except it would be a different genre. There was like Billy the Wizard or something. It was all the worst games like ever.
Scott the Woz does a lot of those shovelware videos for Wii.
Yeah,
they're really good.
Yeah. Scott the Woz is good. I didn't watch that one.
Anyway,
by the way, the developer's names is Outright Games. So OG is their logo.
OG. So. I think it was Kyle mentioning it to me, but it made sense. Is that Scott the Woz is really like just modern day AVGN, like what he would probably like evolve to if with where everything is gone now. Whereas like some, I
still like AVGN.
No, I don't. AVGN's great still, but like how he was kind of informative, in his videos, but like also wacky, funny. That's sort of what Scott the Woz does. Just a lot more toned down, obviously, but definitely has that like little hints here or there.
I feel like JonTron was also that for a little while. Now he doesn't really do video games, but like JonTron was pretty much the evolution of AVGN, where he would do that, and I feel like AVGN kind of stopped doing the information stuff.
Yeah, but it was cool at the beginning.
But to be fair, I haven't watched those last few
iRate Gamer doesn't know.
Year worth of reviews. Oh, iRate Gamer does that, of course. I mean, he got Ernie Hudson. So. No, I'm sure he does actually. But I'm sure he does.
All right,
he got Ernie Hudson. So.
Anything else to
play? Yeah, I played there's a new farming game out there. I'm all about that shit. Well, technically not a farming game. It's more of a city, like a town management game, but there's farming in it. So it's called Littlewood, which is a unfortunate name, but ship it, Littlewood. You don't think that's weird? No. But it's a really, really peaceful, charming game, and I highly recommend it. It's pixel art. It looks good. It's fun. There's no real combat or anything. You actually don't fight anything in the game. There's times where you'll be scavenging for stuff to get crafting material, and there'll be enemies, but you can't fight them really. Like, you just have to dodge them pretty much. So it's a peaceful game for the most part. There's no real repercussions too of getting caught too, which is nice. Like Stardew Valley, if you die, you lose half your shit, and that's and then you might have lost like a good sword or whatever, or like a bunch of gold that you just got. This game, no, it's chill. It's nice. It's a good game to play. Chill out, listen to a podcast, not really pay attention to too much.
You know what game I want to get to do that too, besides Picross, because that's all I play. I want to get Bus Simulator. I hear there's a 2021 version coming out. I don't know why. I just really want to get into one of those. Like,
is there farming in it?
I'm sure you could drive into a farm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to do that. That would wreck the crops. You have to wait 6 more days for the carrots to give. I want to do that.
I really want to get. I hear there's a new one coming out this year though, so I'm gonna wait to one of those. But
well, I would assume with the year at the end of it, right? It's got to be.
But I think the last one was 2017.
Oh, really? Oh, they're slipping, man.
Yeah,
come on.
So I think it's been doing so well. They're like, oh, let's do another one then. But I kind of want to do one of those. I don't know why. I've just been kind of in the mood for like a weird simulator game like that.
How about Train Simulator? Our Train Simulator is pretty good if you like that kind of.
Maybe I might have to do one of those. I want a simulator game right now. I don't know why.
Oh, what's the truck simulator? It's not called Truck Simulator.
Euro Truck Simulator.
Euro Truck. Mud Runner. That's the other one.
Yes.
Yeah. Mud Runner
that
and
game
Euro
was
Truck.
fun. That
Yeah,
game
I heard
was really
Mud Runner's
fun,
good.
actually.
I remember seeing Mud Runner and I was like, "Whoa, the graphics are actually really good."
Yeah.
I was like, for the time,
like
at least,
the first few, because I think that was actually our second episode. We did it. It was like completely gray and drab looking, but I think it probably gets better later on. But it's like completely muddy and all that stuff. But it's like it is a fun game. It's very it almost feels more like a puzzle game than a actual driving game, because it's like getting these freaking trucks into the spots that you have to get them into. You're just like, how do I do this? Yeah. Meanwhile, getting it out of a mud or situation, or whatever it is, and it's like,
you don't envy actual truck drivers.
No, not at all. So I was like,
seems like a nightmare.
You were trying to ask for impressions on Harvest Moon too, right?
Yeah, I don't think anybody played it.
I read one because I got curious.
Well, I did read. I watched one video earlier today from a guy that's been covering it, and he says it's not bad. So that's an improvement.
Yeah,
in my eyes.
I read one Reddit thread where some guy reviewed it, and he said that it's just super unpolished, but it's pretty.
That's what I heard. I heard there's tons of glitches. I heard like you'll walk around and villagers will be there, and then you get near them, they just disappear.
Yeah, or they clip a lot. Sometimes they'll just they'll disappear. Very unpolished, but I heard that it's pretty good still though.
The balls they have for releasing that right before Story of Seasons, which is the real Harvest Moon.
That's what they wanted to do though. That's why.
I know. I know.
I guess that was their thing, is they want to be first to the market, so they put that out there. And
then Littlewood came out earlier, and then Littlewood's actually doing pretty well.
Good for that.
I know Littlewood. I call it Gorewood, so it's still weird. Gorewood's a little weird because you can name your own town. So Gorewood, yeah. Gorewood's still weird, but Littlewood's a little bit more weird. So
why isn't it just called Little Woods? Is that taken?
Don't be weird. Little Woods. I mean, I guess that would make sense. You are in the woods.
Yeah.
You.
One of the birds is right now, like.
Well.
I totally forgot. I did play Valheim as well.
Oh yeah.
How was that,
dude? That game sold 5 million copies in 1 month, and I had no idea what the hell it was.
I heard about that literally today for the first time.
Yeah, me too. Because I saw the article. It said 5 million copies of Valheim. I'm like, Valheim.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I bought it as a joke because it was $20 and a bunch of my friends were playing it.
Right.
And I was like, oh, all right, I'll join it. But it's basically like if you guys played Ark or anything like that, it's just a survival game, but set in Valhalla, like that Norse mythology kind of world.
Which is a cool idea.
Yeah, it is. It was weird because like the trailer or like the video for it, like the game looked. I was like, oh, this is kind of pretty. But then you play the game, you're like, oh, this is kind of ugly. And then you play it some more, and you're like, oh, actually, this is kind of pretty. So it's like it keeps going like that. It's weird. But like I was just messing around with it because I was like, I saw that you have a skill, you can max out your skills, like I guess like just in every game. But then I was like, oh wait, I wonder if I max out my unarmed skill. So just like punching everything. So I was just literally punching everything. It was impossible, but I got to 100. I got to 100, and I was completely disappointed because I thought if I hit 100 that I would be able to break stones, but I couldn't do it. It was still, it was bullshit because of that. And then but the nice thing was I got like ridiculous knockback on things. So like I hit something that would like go like 10 feet.
One Punch Man.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to go for. I was trying to go for a Saitama, and it's like it just didn't work. I could punch him, but I did like 10 damage. I was like, cool.
So you're like Genos.
Yeah,
poor guy can't catch a break in that show. He always gets his ass beat.
You finished that series now, right, Gore?
Yeah, no, I finished this.
Are they all up on BitChute?
No, I still have 2 more
to
upload, so I'm up to 10 right now.
I have to go watch those.
I keep forgetting that was a 12 episode because I was watching them. I'm like, all right, 3 more episodes, and I was like, because I was at 10, I was done with 10. I was like, 3 more episodes because most shows are either 13 or 26 episodes long for anime.
Nah, One Punch Man.
Yeah, One Punch Man is 12. I was like, oh, I only have 2 more. That's right. I keep forgetting that every time I'm done with an episode. I'm like, I got 4 more. I only have 3
the
more.
pacing's a little weird, huh?
I got 3 more. I only got 2 more.
Pacing's a little weird in season 2.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the same thing about season 1 though. Like, it doesn't get serious until the last 3 episodes. Like, everything else is kind of like a joke. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But it works for that. I mean, a lot of older anime has the same. I wouldn't really consider a problem, but like Cowboy Bebop doesn't get really serious until towards the end. Trigun doesn't get serious with the main villain towards the end. But One Punch Man is also a joke, so you don't really feel that in the first season. I do get what you mean in the second season though. Like Garu just disappears for like 3 episodes. I was like, "Where's Garu?"
Garu and King and Bang also disappear for like.
Well, King after the first episode, I was like, he's just a joke anyway. So
I love that monologue though, and episode 9 was actually a really good monologue though, and I love
that was a good monologue. Yeah.
Plus, I read it in manga.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna say something like that too. I just felt it.
Go look at reaction to that. It's so funny. You see everyone like, "Damn, King putting in some words right now," and then he admits that, and they're like, "Oh, so good."
But, yeah,
nice. Anything else you played, Gore?
I did try some stuff on Series X. Just real quick, Forza Horizon 4. It looks great. I mean, again, I didn't play that game before. Well, actually, I think I did, but I don't remember what it looked like exactly. But I tried it out. It looks nice. I don't know what else to say about that. Dirt 5 looks nice. I tried and finished Bright Memory. I was gonna say Brightburn.
That was a fun 10 minutes, huh?
You know what? I want to say it was, but I thought I would like that gameplay way more. I
thought you would like that too.
Really,
that was
I really didn't.
That's weird. I felt like I was. I think when you can go back to the episode where I played that, I was like, this feels like a gore ass game where like
it didn't feel like. I don't know. It just didn't feel smooth. Like none. Like the shotgun sucked. It was like the worst shotgun I've ever used in a game. You have to shoot everybody like 10 times. I'm like, this what the fuck. And like I just didn't like the flow. Like there was a lot of like there's a lot of glitches too, which was a problem. I know it was made by one guy, right? At least this, which is cool. That's really impressive because the graphics are not amazing, but they're pretty good.
See, the problem
I don't understand why that was not on Xbox One regular. It was only Series X. I don't understand it. There's games on Xbox One normal, regular that look better than that game.
The problem with like one person games in that sense is like it's cool that he did Bright Memory 1.0 and it looks gorgeous for one person, like, and how well even like with glitch aside that it runs pretty well and it's a cool idea. But I imagine that took so much work for 45 minutes of gameplay versus something like Stardew Valley where like
Stardew Valley. Yeah.
Where one guy makes it and like it's just infinite.
Yeah. Well, Stardew Valley also like it. Not that it was easier to program. I'm sure it wasn't, but it's also like one of those where you can start off with a base. You know, like make the farm.
Yeah.
And in the town and just litter it with stuff.
Yeah.
Where this is just like you had to program all the AI, make sure they're all like
the environment, which looks all like that, and then that's what I'm saying.
It's all 3D too, so
I'm sure
all the character models for all the characters. There's like a good like 4 or 5 characters in the 40 minutes you play,
and cutscenes.
So the character, cutscenes and dialogue. You had to get voice actors. I'm sure it's all people he knew or something that did the voices.
Right. So I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not saying Stardew Valley is easy, but it was an easier concept to probably like. It's probably easier to manage
yeah.
than something like Bright Memory just for one person.
Even though I'm sure pixel art is really hard to do.
Oh, it is. I'm sure. I think I've heard plenty of people say that. But yeah, no, I thought you would have liked that game. That's interesting.
I didn't hate it.
But I felt like when I played that,
when
I
I
was like,
played
you'd
it
love
the first,
this.
because I was ready to play it like a few times because I knew it was so short. After the first time, I was like, I hope the full game is better because that just like I like the sword, I guess, but like nothing felt right. I hope the medium is better because like those are the two games that I was like, oh boy, I got Series X now, I can play them. I hope the medium's better because if it's not, I'm gonna be really disappointed because that's all I really have right now.
Yeah, but it's still
I
a
heard
great.
it's like
it's
a
still-
walking simulator too.
Yeah, I heard so too. Which is okay as long as there's no like sneaky hidey ho garbage, which I'm so sick of in games.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
I hate hiding from like not just stealth in general. I hate it when it's like I have to hide from a spooky goblin or monster man or whatever the hell's chasing you in the medium. I'm like,
Right.
oh no, I can't. My little heart can't take it.
I did-
too scared.
I did download, which we'll talk about in a second after I'm done with what I did. But before I forget, because I will, I downloaded Visage.
Oh, Visage.
Yeah, I downloaded that on PS5. I'm like, ooh, I'm excited to play that
Yeah.
one. I heard that. I was reading stuff that, yeah, it was kind of buggy, but I've been reading all the comments are like, this will ruin other horror games for you because this is like
I
that
watched
fucked up.
Yeah, I watched a playthrough for it.
I might stream that game. I hear like a lot of fucked up things about that. I'm like, ooh, maybe.
It's from what I saw from the playthrough, yeah, it's messed up, but I wouldn't say it's like any different from any of those other ones. Like you start in a house and you have to like move through the house and like there's jump scares and stuff. There's some messed up stuff.
Do you think it's did you say you watched the beginning of it?
I think I did. I don't remember what the beginning was. This was like last year, I
I was
think,
gonna
maybe 2 years
ask if
ago.
you think it starts.
Whenever it was new. Whenever it was new.
I was gonna ask if you think it picks up faster than Amnesia did because I liked Amnesia, but it starts so
Amnesia.
slow.
Yeah, Amnesia starts really slow. Again, I never played Amnesia because those are not my type of horror games.
Yeah,
I played Outlast. Outlast was cool because there was a lot of sneaky parts, but there's a lot of like running your ass off, and that stuff is probably the most tense shit in any video game I've ever played. When you run, you don't know if they're behind you unless you press the button to look behind you, and you look behind you and they're like right fucking there, breathing down your neck.
Chase scenes are the best in video games. The bear.
Yeah.
And Condemned.
Oh, and Condemned 2?
The bear and Condemned 2. I think getting
Oh.
chased by chainsaw guys in Resident Evil 4.
Oh yeah.
When you hear them right behind you, and then if you hop off a roof and you see them right, like literally about to do the animation to kill you.
Yeah.
I think
because at that point the dread is there. You know, it's already exposed itself, whatever's coming at you. So there's no more like building up the tension. It's fucking there, and you have to get out of there.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares had some good chase sequences where those big fat dudes are chasing you. And I'm like,
yeah, I think chase scenes are so well done in games. People need to do more of them.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah,
friends of mine
no, go for it.
I'm sorry.
No, I was saying friends of mine were trying to convince me to play that game, Phasmagoria or Phasmophobia.
Oh, Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I want with friends. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a 4-player game. It's like
yeah.
I think going
but they want me to play it in
PC.
VR too, and it's like, oh god, I definitely don't want to do that.
Right. Yeah.
I think
What?
we'll probably end up playing that. I'm sure when we get our PCs, we're probably gonna delve into a bunch of PC games that we've been missing out on.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't play that in VR because
No.
Because like apparently I don't know. Apparently the ghost hears you, like, because you have to play with a mic.
Yeah.
So the ghost hears you and like moves around based on your position in the house, and like if you're wearing headphones, which I think most of you have to wear, like it'll whisper in your ear. It's like, oh my god, I don't want to play this game.
I'll be like, nope. Turn off the computer, go outside.
And you still hear it.
Throw out my computer.
Yeah, if I still hear it, then I might as well. I mean, I'm just gonna flush myself down the
Have
toilet.
you guys seen that thing that's trending on Twitter with that girl in New York City with her TikTok?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No.
There's a girl. There's a good set of. It's been blowing up. I think today and yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think yesterday too. Last 2
I
days.
didn't watch it.
So this girl is just like in her bathroom, and she's in New York, and she's like,
I didn't watch this. Candyman, you're talking about, right?
"What?
People kept saying it was like reminiscent to Candyman.
Maybe I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
maybe you'll tell me." So
Bloody Mary.
Oh
It's
god.
it's reminiscent. Candyman and Bloody Mary.
kind
Anyway,
of. So
I didn't watch everybody was comparing it to Candyman. I was like, no, I'm good.
So she's in her bathroom. She's like, it's been freezing cold in my apartment, no matter how hard how much I
Oh,
crank the heat
God.
up. And she's like, I have no idea why. And she walks to her bathroom. She's like, I found out there's cold air, and if you look, and she showed her hair. Her hair was like moving, and she's like, there's cold air coming in here, and she's like filling the vents. Nothing. She's like, there's a little bit of like air coming through like the door handle, or like the door you know where you put the door the hinge where it's like the hole there.
Mhm.
There's just some air coming there. She taped it, but that's not it. So she felt there's air coming behind her mirror. So she calls her friends over, and the mirror moves. So she picked the mirror up, and there's a whole ass room back there. And so she climbs in because someone's got it.
Maybe this must be something different because everybody was like, "There's a video of a girl in a bathroom," and everybody kept saying it was Candyman.
No, so she goes in, and she climbs in, and she does the TikTok thing where she even like puts a headband with like a flashlight on here. Like her friend gives her a hammer and said, "What was the line he said? Mean it when you swing it."
Oh.
So and she climbed in. And it's a whole other apartment that's like abandoned. That looks like it was almost being renovated, but just got abandoned. Okay. And it's like it looks like there's people there recently because there's like a bottle of water there and everything too. But like just nothing in there. It's freezing, and then like she can go down there and like down the door too. And she's like, "Well, I'm locking that." But like straight up, this is the whole ass apartment. It's like take out the bathroom mirror, and there's the hole to the other apartment.
Oh no, I'm out. Fuck that.
No,
that's more Silent Hill 4 The Room.
So when she was climbing in, her friend's like, "You seen the movie Parasite, right?"
Oh,
yeah, okay. Maybe it was something different because everyone was like talking about Candyman.
Yeah, that was the thing today, but that was hilarious.
My shit froze.
did that movie ever come out? Wasn't it supposed to be a remake of Candyman, or like a sequel?
Yeah, what happened to that, Gore?
Yeah, I'm sorry, my shit froze. So
what happened to it?
It got delayed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Candyman.
Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed. I think it's supposed to come out September, but
Fast 9 got delayed again. Wait till June.
Which one?
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So that got delayed. I thought Venom 2 got delayed. I was confused because both of those are coming out the same day, and I was like, I assumed Venom 2 was the one that got delayed, but I guess it was Fast 9.
Fast 9 until June, yeah.
Okay, they're both coming up.
Okay.
Hey, man, what are you gonna see, Venom 2 or Fast 9?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Or how about neither? Because they're both gonna get delayed.
So this week I played a little more Persona 5 Strikers. I don't like Muso games, so I've been dreading any gameplay sequence right now. So far, luckily, it's been mostly just cutscenes and dialogue, which I'm enjoying. I'm fine with that. I'm like, hell yeah.
I don't like those games either, but Hyrule Warriors is pretty fun. So.
Yeah, I just don't like that gameplay that much. Like, I'm sure it was fine when the little bit I play was fine, but I just don't really I don't really get much out of it. So I've been kind of like, okay, I'll keep. I'm enjoying the world, like being in the world again, seeing my characters again. It feels good. But yeah, I'm about 2 to 3 hours in so far. I booted up Bravely Default 2. I got that. About 2 to 3 hours in there as well, feels like. Not too bad so far. I like the system. I know I've always heard with Bravely Default that the system was really interesting.
Yeah.
How you can just stack on attacks and you can kill people right away with like 3 or 4 attacks.
Them.
But if you mess
Bravely, Brave, right? It's
Brave, you stack on attacks, and Default is when you save up.
Default is when you save up.
Defend, yeah. But if you mess up once and you're just stuck there for 4 turns getting your ass kicked.
Yep. Destroyed.
Yeah, but so far it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying that. Did my Overwatch placements. I lucked out and got into all the correct placements I wanted to without having to like grind a little bit, which is good.
Good for you.
Hell yeah.
Must feel nice.
So when you place into something so high the previous time before the Blizzard implemented the thing where like it caps you at 3,900 now. So if all your placements go well, that's the highest you can get, and then you have to work your way back into Grandmaster and top 500. But that's that's there now. But now if you do that, you have to like work your way up all the way. So if you start now, you're gonna have a harder time going up there as opposed to if you did it before. There was some guy that was trash talking me. Afterwards, we won. I don't get it, but whatever, we won. He's like, you're horrible. But I just look and I had a higher placement because I did things earlier than him. So I'm like, but you're lower than me. And he's like, yeah, well, I have to work my way up. And I'm like, yeah, but you're lower than. I just kept saying, yeah, but you're not as high ranked as me. So he's like, I will be one day. I'm like, okay. All right.
Well, showed you.
Yeah, sure. You got me.
Yeah, he's coming up. Better watch out.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really done too much of Bravely Default and Persona 5 Strikers were the games I did play a little bit, which of a game I'll show up in a second.
Picross.
I'm almost done with Picross S2. We're almost done with that. We got S3 to go.
All right, I can't wait. S3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 35.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sure they could crank those games out every other month. So
They should.
I'm sure they could too. I mean, it's just Picross.
All right. So Chris, on here we have this segment about what do we buy, but since you're a guest here, either if you got something cool this week, tell us about that. But if not, tell us about something cool you own.
Something cool I own.
He just picks up his kid.
Here it is. I own him.
Thankfully, they're asleep right now. But
Yeah.
no, I mean this Christmas was actually it was pretty good for me. I actually ended up getting both systems,
Nice.
and the PS5 was for the kids because they wanted to play Miles Morales, and then I wanted to get a Series X because it was like, YOLO, whatever. And my wife actually got me an Oculus, so I was like,
Nice.
oh,
Oh, the Quest?
no, it was the Rift S.
Oh, the Rift S? Okay.
Yeah, but I guess with that I ended up playing Half-Life Alyx, so that was kind of
nice.
cool. Definitely disorienting.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I heard there's a character in there you have to hide from, so I don't know if I do want to play.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, it can be pretty terrifying too.
So you're still getting your VR legs, as they call it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, cause I probably played like maybe 2-3 hours of it, but like I haven't gotten back into it and since. But
There's some games that just mess with me. I remember we tried playing. What was it?
Fire
Team,
Fire
Bravo Squad,
Fire
or something like
Base.
that.
Bravo. Yeah, it was like not Bravo Squad. It was oh my god, it was a Rainbow Six game for VR.
Yeah, it's a really highly rated one on PSVR. It's pretty good too. But man,
Yeah, I was having a good time.
that game, for whatever reason, might be the worst motion sickness I ever had. Like, we were all playing it. We finally arranged everyone to put their dumb PSVR, because that's a hassle and a half to set up because there's so many wires everywhere.
Yeah.
And we've got everyone set up. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I put it on, I swear, like 3 minutes in, I'm just sweating. I had to take it off. I'm like, okay. I lay down for like 15 minutes and I hear everyone still talking, everyone's still playing. I'm like, all right, let's do one more round. I put it on 30 seconds and I'm like, nope, I can't do this. I don't know what it is with that game. I mean, it's a lot more fast paced and you're moving around a lot, but
Yeah.
man, like that game really messed me up.
You don't want to play that. You don't want to play that Doom VFR game. That was like the only VR game that messed me up.
Doom already messes me up, just not
Yeah.
VR sometimes.
I was like, they just announced Doom 3 VR. I'm like, oh, that's more my style. Just like slow Doom. Like,
Which makes
Oh my
sense,
God,
right?
that would
the slowest Doom possible. Get to VR.
Yeah,
it's like, do you guys ever see that movie, the first person? Hardcore Henry.
Hardcore Henry. I love Hardcore Henry.
I watched it in
You guys
theaters.
did?
I couldn't
theaters.
look
Yeah,
at it.
didn't they have to put like a sign up there saying you will probably get motion sickness from this movie?
Yeah,
so watch
I
out.
definitely did.
which was unnecessary because I don't think anybody saw it. So
Yeah.
which is a shame because I really enjoyed it.
It was a cool concept for sure. But
Yeah. I don't think Adrian, you haven't seen that yet.
I got halfway through it on one New Year's, and then everyone like passed out. I'm like, oh, I can't watch this movie anymore. I gotta wait.
Why?
So I was watching it with a bunch of friends. They all fucking fell asleep.
Screw 'em.
Yeah, I should
Just
have
watch
watched
it, man.
I'm gonna watch that soon. I think
You should have cranked up the audio. And,
They wake up. They wake up to
noises.
just.
Like Charlton Copley doing another British accent or whatever.
Yeah.
oh,
Cool. Good stuff. Chris, what'd you get this week?
All right, just real quick. I only have two things. Yes, last week I showed off like the autograph photo from the girl from God of War.
Uh-huh.
And I was watching unboxing videos for like one of these weird ass mystery box things, and
Found
someone
another.
pulled this out of one of them, and I was like, oh, I need that one too. And it's a signed photo of
Shell. Nice.
no, not
Oh,
Chell.
nice.
She doesn't talk. No, it's Fred.
No, it's Chell.
Chell. Yeah, it's Chell.
It's next to Chell,
it's,
so I'm gonna give it
it's
to
the
Chell.
voice that. Yeah, I know. This is the only one I can find. Well, this is the better one. The other one's kind of lame, but that's the
GLaDOS.
voice actress for GLaDOS. So I had to get that. So
Him and Wheatley would be great.
yeah, Steven Merchant probably costs a lot though. He's in other shit too. He's in Logan. He's the pale guy in Logan.
The tall guy, right? Yeah, from
Yeah, he's the
the
tall
original Office, I think.
Yeah. He's in the
Yeah.
original Office. He's in the a lot of Ricky Gervais shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
I need to play Portal 2
and-
again.
Wait, what?
I want to play Portal 2 again.
Portal 2 is
It's
amazing.
been a while. Maybe that'd be a really good games gone by, I think.
Yeah, it
been a
would.
long time.
That'd be fantastic. I think that's backwards compatible, right?
Mhm.
Hell yeah. And I also picked this up. I actually ordered this like a month ago, but it came straight from Japan, so it took a little while. I got that Persona PS Vita Dancing All Night
Nice.
bundle.
How
I
much
wanted
was
to
it?
get it because I have the fourth one. It was 50, 55.
That's not bad.
Not too bad. No, that's not bad at all. So it comes with both of them. Well, 3 and 5. I
Persona
already have
Dancing.
The fourth one I already played, and that was great on Vita.
Yeah, I
so had
heard
to
really
get
good
these
things
two.
about that one. That one's like a whole
Yeah, the
ass
fourth-
game.
Yeah, it's great.
I can't find my Vita. I have my charger, but I can't find my Vita for some reason.
I love the Vita. Vita's like top 3 portable devices for me.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, what's your
really
3DS? Switch
3D,
and
no,
Vita?
3DS isn't in my top 3 actually.
Game Boy.
I'd say Vita's probably number 3. I'd probably put Switch number 2, and GBA SP
Yeah.
is my number 1. GBA SP is amazing. Fucking love that.
God, I remember having the
So much
GBA.
so I have like 5 of them.
I remember I
Five of
had
those
the GBA, and I remember my family took me to get a SP because we were going on a road trip. And like, all right, we'll get you one just to keep your ass calm for the whole road trip. And my God, like opening that thing and seeing like a light up screen where I didn't have to play 1 second every passing street light. I was like, oh my
Yep.
God, life has
It was
changed.
amazing. And you know what was even better? When they introduced the SP that had the brighter screen. I was like, oh!
I don't even think I've seen.
Now
I don't
can see
ever seen
even
that
better.
one. I don't think I've
Because
ever-
the light in the original SP is good.
but you
when
could
it gets
tell, like
brighter-
you could tell it's like very much like one spot and just kind of like
Yeah,
they have like
exactly.
darker
Like,
towards
if
the
you-
other end.
Shift the thing over, you can see it's kind of dark on one
Yeah.
side a little bit. But the brighter screen, I think you could still see the dark spot, but it's like way brighter. I think that SP has it so you press it twice and it gets brighter too. I don't think any of the SPs I have now have that though, because of course I don't have my original because I don't have any of my original shit.
Rip.
Or what? It's all gone.
I wonder who took it.
Sold it. Yeah, I got some shit. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got.
Nice. All right. Let's see. Got a couple things. I got this vinyl.
Ooh.
I'm excited. I want to get
Another vinyl,
I want to get the physical of this game because I like it so much. Later Alligator. That was selling out on Fangamer, so I got nervous and bought it. But then they're like, "Oh, we're restocking." I'm like, "Fuck! I could have waited." Either way, this soundtrack's really good. It's very jazzy. As someone described it, which I kind of agree with, it's probably the most jazzy since Grim Fandango, honestly. Let's see.
That's pretty jazzy.
I got this today at the game shop. I went in there. They're running low on games. Like they need some more trade-ins, but no one's selling their games in right now. But I found this and I was like, hell yeah, I wanted that for a while.
Yeah.
I got Chronicles of Riddick.
Original's great. Argentina, I didn't play too much, but
Yeah, I was gonna get Butcher Bay, but then it comes with it, so why not just get that?
yeah, no, it comes with it's
Yeah.
a HD remaster too. So
Got this for Sunday. Got an EDF. It's my
wow,
second copy because I bought the other copy because I didn't think about it.
because you really love that game.
Picked up Final Fantasy 7 for 30 because I'm gonna save myself the money on that upgrade. I don't want to spend 70
Yeah.
on that.
Well, that's
this
kind of shitty because you're not gonna play that game again.
I might if
We had
I,
to buy it again just to get that stupid episode.
yeah, which is dumb because I'd rather just have the upgrade. I would pay
Yeah.
for that, but whatever. I think I'll probably replay the game when I do play the original because I think it'll be better in that context. And then I got this. It was on sale at Best Buy. I was wanting it because we talked about it. I got Hitman 3 and it's a deluxe edition.
Ah, nice.
Wow, yeah, it was on sale recently, right?
Yeah, at Best Buy. And I was like, whatever, let's do it right now. Because
What is Best Buy's tagline? Do they have one?
the
You know,
Best
how, like
Buy.
GameStop has power. Yeah,
They
the best-
used to have it. Like
Yeah,
it
didn't
was
they
like
have one?
buy
I'm-
more, some crap like that.
Oh yeah, buy more, pay less, or something like that, or is that
I
Let
don't
me
know.
see. Best
the
Buy
Walmart
tagline.
slogan, I guess, or tagline?
Um.
Yeah. Fuck you. It
Oh,
just says,
it's expert service, unbeatable price.
Too
Oh,
long.
okay.
I do remember that
Yeah,
one.
that's too long. I don't even remember that. That's too
What's
long. I like
Amazon's?
GameStop. GameStop's now is what is it like? Power On or some shit. They have like a
Power On.
shorter one now.
Yeah.
Theirs used to be Power to Players, but I don't do that shit anymore.
Amazon slogans: work hard, have fun, make history.
This could have been a good trivia question.
Right.
Or-
I remember when,
Like, what are these store slogans? Like, I don't know.
remember when GameStop tried selling movies, so they would slap "and movies too" on the end of all their signs on.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, that was like two days.
that didn't last very long. I remember I picked up a couple movies. I think I still have them. Like I don't know. I don't even remember what they were. I think White Chicks was one of them. I liked that movie as a kid. I don't know. I was a stupid kid. What do you want?
You don't like it now?
I would watch anything with the Wayans brothers. I don't know. I love it now. It's a classic.
I did play.
Same
I did play the
Yeah.
intro mission from Hitman again because for whatever reason it makes you do that mission again. When you're intro into Hitman 3, the ship. But
okay. That's weird.
yeah,
That's from Hitman 1.
Yeah, that's
not
what I
from
was.
Hitman 3.
I was like maybe that's just a thing because I had Hitman 1, but I didn't even download it yet. I don't know. It was weird, but I was like, all right, let's play this mission again. I was like, this seems familiar, and then you walk to the ship. I'm like, no, I played this before.
That's strange. Is it because it's combining all three of the games at once now?
I think it's supposed to do that too.
Yeah, so you could download the passes. I was having an issue with that like a week or two ago. But yeah, I imported everything just fine now. So even though I got rid of Hitman 2 a while like a week or two ago, it came back into Hitman 3. I'm
I
excited
guess
for
it
it.
makes
though.
sense because that game that intro tells you how to play the game pretty much.
It's a good intro.
And the intro for Hitman 3 doesn't. I mean, it does kind of, but not really. So I guess it would make sense that if you have all three of those, it would give you that intro or that tutorial first.
Yeah,
Because I played the first mission of Hitman 3, and I don't remember it really. I mean, it's simple enough, so it doesn't really matter. But like, it gives you little tutorial, but not too much.
yeah.
Like Diana or whoever we talked.
I'm looking at all the missions and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm very excited to play Hitman. Like, whatever.
fun.
I've been getting a Hitman itch just recently where I'm like, all right, I think I just want to play Hitman now. And you see the levels and how cool they are. I'm like, okay, I think we're in. So I'm probably gonna end up playing that next like month, because I got 3 games worth of Hitman now. But yeah, all right.
Murder.
A lot
Do
of
you
murder.
try to
Beans
do
don't-
Silent Assassin?
I do everything I can. I'm just like whatever.
I tried in Hitman 3 the first mission where you're in the what is it, like the sky, not skyscraper, you're in like you're in like a sky fortress thing or whatever. And I tried really bad to do Silent Assassin, like make sure all the cameras don't see me. If they do, erase the footage. Don't kill anybody. If I do, knock them out and then put them somewhere or whatever. Just like towards the end, I'm like, I think I just missed my chance to kill this guy, so I'm just gonna run in there. I go in there. I save before that because you can save whenever you want, which is awesome. And
It gives you a lot of auto saves because it tells you before every major thing you do, it auto saves. So it's really cool.
Yeah. And also because it's a PS5 or the Xbox Series X, it's like quick load too. So
Right.
it's just like if I fuck up, I could try instantly, pretty much. And I'm just like here, I'm like garrote strangling him, but then a guard comes in, I'm like fuck, I reload it. I shoot him back in the head, but it was too loud, even though I had a silencer. I'm like, oh.
There was
And at a certain point, I just like shot him in the head, waited for the 2 guards to shoot them, and then fucking ran out there.
I played the first mission, and it told me it's like you got change or something. I'm like, okay, and so I was like, okay, I forgot what to do. So I'm like, all right, let me go to the bathroom. And some guy, I walk in, the guy's like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, and I kill him, and then it was like, and then the tutorial like pops up as like, hey, you don't need to kill him. I'm like, all right, well, I whatever.
He's already dead. He's expired. I don't know what you want me.
Yeah, so I don't even think I took his clothes. I just left them in the bathroom.
Wow. Imagine being the guy you died from Hitman without having your guys taken.
You had nothing to do with any of this, and you're just an unfortunate casualty. And otherwise, what do you call it?
Feel like
Situation.
if you like killed him in like the most like stupidest way too, like you threw like a chicken at him or something. Like,
you know what?
The dumbest shit. I had a
look at this. Look at this game. Look at the cover, by the way. Just think about. Okay, now describe it. Just look at the cover and describe the dumb.
Right, so at one point, I took a wrench, and there was 2 guards I threw it at one guy's head. The other guy's like, "What?" And then I ran up to the wrench, even though it was right next to the other guy. I picked it up, fucking threw it at him too. So and at points you can find screwdrivers. I think you can find scissors. You can find fire extinguishers, and you can throw those at people's heads. Like, in my opinion, if you're playing Agent 47 and you're not throwing things at people's heads at least once in a mission, it's just like, what do you do?
One of my favorite things about Hitman games when they come out is they're kind of glitchy. They take a look like IOI is pretty good about fixing it, but like you find some glitch because it's so vast and like everything you could do. I get it, so I'm fine with it. But I saw one glitch at the beginning of Hitman 3 when it came out. Someone threw a suitcase, someone running, but the suitcase like did homing. And like it did a whole, and then he threw it, and it did a whole curve and knocked some guy that was running. Like it sped up to get to him.
It's like some wanted shit.
Yes.
All right.
One of those Australian suitcases.
It's a boomerang.
Yeah, it's a boomerang.
All right. So luckily there wasn't that much news this week. So we're gonna break down some of the stuff that we did last week, and then come back into some of the stuff that happened this week as well. Speaking on backgrounds, we talked a little bit about, or we didn't. We touched on. Gore touched on the thoughts with the Overwatch 2. It's a bit old now, so we don't have to really touch on it too much. But I did want to at least go through with thoughts on it because we did see some things and people have been coming out with stuff. Impressions wise, did you see this, Siege?
I did.
Are you in Overwatch or is like kind of like
I do play over every once in a while. I'll pop in if like people are like, oh come on, we have 5 or we need one more. I'm like,
Sure.
Okay, fine, I'll play. But like that was the thing. I was super hyped about the game because I love Blizzard's art style, and just seeing it, it was very much like almost like a Disney feel to it, right? And
very Pixar at times.
Yeah.
Especially some of those shorts. Those shorts are very Pixar.
I was thinking that the first cutscene they ever released, like back in 2014.
Oh, with with Winston and Tracer versus Reaper and
Tracer and Winston, and
all
these really cool characters and Tracer. They have all these, all these cool characters, and the 2 kids or whatever. Like they're like,
look, it's Doomfist is Gauntlet.
Yo, Doomfist, he's gonna be like the 5th update character or whatever.
He's not gonna be at launch.
He's not gonna be at launch, which was a weird thing for him to say. I was like, what? What's that mean? But yeah, no, it looked great. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I mean, like the thing for me that was always a challenge is like I stink at like multiplayer, like first person shooters and stuff like that. You have different classes in this, which is great, so that I don't have to be like always trying to headshot someone from 30 feet away.
That's the cool thing about Overwatch is it's very accessible to people who are just not good at aiming. Like you got worst case scenario, you got like other heroes like you got Brig and Mercy in sports like a lot of time. Like Moira, you don't really have to aim that much. You can just kind of just throw things around. Even in tanks, I mean, what was like Winston? You just kind of like as long as you're just pointing in their vicinity, your little gauntlet cannon. Yeah, so it's cool that it doesn't really like force you into a you need to know how to aim to do anything in this game.
Yeah, but I am very excited about the PvE because like it gives me a chance to like redeem myself from the previous game. So, and like then when they were talking about some of the stuff that they're updating with like the animations and stuff like that, where like the enemy AI, like if you hit one, it like knocks out the other one. So that kind of stuff looked really cool. Skill like I didn't realize that they had skill trees before, or am I?
That's a new thing. Well, I mean, they showed it off when they first showed off Overwatch 2, but they really amped
that's
it
probably
up.
what it was.
Yeah, it's like it's way more like when they first showed it. It looked like there was like maybe like 8 different abilities to unlock, and
it looked like a fork.
It popped up. I'm like, it's like there's like 40 different abilities.
Yeah, it looked like one of those like one of those basic ones.
It looked. Yeah,
when Overwatch
it looked like sorry.
It had like the fork where it had like 2 or 3 on each side. Now like a straight up like RPG where it's like, oh, you can go this way and go all the way down that way, or
It totally reminded me of Borderlands, like the new one where like you can make certain builds and stuff like
ability. That. Each ability has like its own skill tree almost.
Yeah.
You can combine them and stuff. I need to get back to that. That was
I know. I don't know, but what did you guys think of the new looks of the characters? If you saw them?
They're subtle enough that they feel like it would just everyone made the joke now that like, oh, you have a beard, all right, you should be like Overwatch too, because
Everybody has a beard. Now.
Everyone
everyone
has
has a beard.
Yeah, McCree already had one. Now he has a bigger one.
Yeah, Reinhardt has a fucking Santa Claus one.
Yeah, a spectacular beard.
Soldier 76 has one. Yep.
Soldier has one. So I'm wondering.
Widow has one. Tracer has one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying.
She's always had one.
Torbjorn doesn't have one anymore.
I'm trying to see if any of them like shave. Yeah, they're like, you know what, we should shave a bit.
Hey, Torbjorn has one skin where he has no beard, and it's weird.
It's weird. Yeah, it's like such a baby face.
I don't like it.
It's his one from when he was younger too.
Yeah, it's one when he's younger.
He got older and got a beard. That's the Blizzard. Yeah. That's the Blizzard idea. You get older, you grow a beard.
Yeah, it almost looks like a glitch.
I forgot I had something else.
Oh, cool. Let's go back. Oh, cool.
Oh.
It's Conquer.
Conquer.
Hey, it's Super Lucky's tail. Thanks. I see ya. I don't know. I'm not old enough to drink or buy drink. I'm only 12.
Took his dumb crown.
I wish he had a glass of milk.
Yeah, it's a magnet. I forgot how long ago I ordered that, but I got that and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, no, the looks are very subtle, and I like where they're kind of progressing things. I almost wish they spiced it up a little bit more, honestly, because I mean they're gonna be. You can go back to the classic skins anytime you want. Like the McCree one, I still think the one that looks like him like straight up Red Dead Redemption 2, where it has like the kind of like the vest.
Yeah,
I think that was a good skin. I just should have went with stuff like that. But I mean, I'm fine with it. I like where it's at.
Yeah. No, I like how they still look like the characters, but they're upgraded. They look better. The lighting is better.
Lighting's great.
About that. The lighting is the major thing. Like the sound effects, we'll probably talk about. They went through that, and yeah, like at least Soldier.
It's kind of wild how much they've done. Where it's like, hey, you can hear it as if you're in like a room, or if you're in a room like, or you're like in a canyon, or if you're like just out in the open. Like Jesus Christ,
hear echo and stuff. Like I'm like, whoa.
They just really want to shoot guns everywhere.
Yeah. Yep, they really do. Hey, that sounds fun to me. What else are you gonna do during these trying times? Go outside, shoot your gun.
Yeah.
Of course, with the audio. But yeah, no, I love the new look of all of them, honestly. And I think they did a great job of keeping them still to the original design, a lot of it, but changing it up and making them feel more upgraded, the character models. Even though if you look at the original gameplay and to where Overwatch is now, you could tell they obviously upgraded a lot of the visuals here and there. Just like they look more... they look cleaner, I guess, and that might just be because like maybe I don't know what the resolution was at when it first came out, but now isn't it like 4K now? So maybe that's just why.
That might be.
I have no idea, but they look smoother also.
I'm excited to actually play a campaign too, because like they've been kind of like doing videos and stuff like that. But I was like,
it's very.
That's the thing. I want to know more about the lore, but I don't want to read it. Like a comic is cool. They do comics, which is fine, but like a lot of the lore is like dedicated to like go onto the Overwatch website and read like the synopsis of each character and like even to the point where like when a new character comes out, I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, like even now though with the Kanazaka, when they had that new map, they had like the letter from the new character that's going to be in Overwatch 2. So I don't know if they're going to do that, but with the story, it's
is that a Diva's like. There's like
it's one of Shimada. It's related to.
There's a person on a billboard. I heard it was supposed to be like.
Oh yeah.
You know, like Diva does the mech thing, whatever.
That was.
Like
that was
supposed to be like an editor or whatever.
Yeah, that was. I want to say it was either that or something else. Yeah, no, that's not her.
That's not her. Okay.
Fox Girl is one they're hinting at that's going to be in Overwatch 2, and it looks like the Shimada sister or something.
We forgot to mention. There's a sister.
But
we forget?
It might be that or related there or something. The one that you're talking about, the billboard, I think that was one of their early drawings they had. Because they have a lot of drawings. If you looked at like some of the early drawings, they had a ton of.
I mean, Echo was one of them.
Yeah, so. They had a ton of drawings of different characters that either evolved into something else or just kind of in the back burner. And that was one of them that they pulled out. So we're assuming that's going to be in there.
Still waiting for the Junker Queen.
Yeah, she was in it. She was in it.
Oh, that's right.
She was
right.
in it.
I
Yeah,
remember
no,
seeing that.
we're waiting for her as a character though.
Yeah, so she was in. People were pulling out. Like people have been dissecting the hell out of that
Yep.
thing. And in one screen, you do see an incomplete Junker Queen, and so she will be in there sometime.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no. So
I
with the
hope she-
story, it's very interesting because like you got to nail that thing because of how vast the thing is. But even I think they mentioned not every character in Overwatch is going to be in the story mode, which is like, ooh, that's kind of.
Yeah,
I
that
get
kinda
it.
makes sense.
I get
There's
it.
So many characters.
I get it.
Wrecking Ball. I bet Wrecking Ball won't be in it. Thank God.
Or I think
Have a cameo.
that's what I'm saying is even like you gotta have everyone be in it somewhere, even if like just for like a passing moment, because like you can't build this game where every character, even as dumb as the characters, as much as we might not even like them, someone out there is a big fan of them. You can't leave out anyone with a story mode because like you built this up, you gotta have some. Yeah, like, sure, like there's gonna be like Hammond's not gonna have that much. Wrecking Ball's not gonna be that much in there, obviously.
No, I think they can because that leaves them off with a way they can like build upon the story mode anyway. Because they're gonna have
fair.
like they're gonna have updates and they're gonna be like, here's a new mission. You play as Hammond, the Hammond mission. You know, like what Avengers is doing, where like, oh now you can play as Hawkeye in the Hawkeye mission.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't think about that. Yeah, so I think be very upfront about who can't though, because I feel like you're gonna disappoint someone. And remember, these guys.
Who do you think? Who do you think won't be in it? I bet Hammond won't be in it, or I guess Wrecking Ball. His name's Hammond. Who?
Yeah. I think they even mentioned like that the Wrecking Ball is not going to be in it, but like I think a couple of villains too.
Oh, I bet
are going to show up.
Oh, Moira better be in it. I'm gonna be pissed. She has to be. She's like a big part of Talon. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
She's a big part of it, so she better be in it. It would be very strange.
Well, I mean, someone mentioned I thought it'd be a good idea. Remember Sonic Adventure 2? How you could play hero side and villain side?
Oh yes.
Did you ever play Sonic Adventure 2, Gore?
I don't know why you're asking me that. How dare you?
I don't know.
I played it.
Yeah, there you go.
100% in it 40 times.
Because you can play the hero
I know
side.
what you're talking about there. Because you can play all the different characters.
You can play
right?
hero
So,
side and the villain side, and then eventually at the end it comes together and you can play everyone. That's why I kind of feel Overwatch 2 is going to probably feel. They're going to copy Sonic Adventure 2.
I feel like there's another game that did that would have been a better example, but Sonic
I mean,
Adventure
StarCraft did it too, right?
There you go. And that's Blizzard.
Yeah.
Nah, Sonic Adventure
Because
2.
you can play as,
Sonic Adventure 2 is the one.
yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 is the pinnacle of gaming.
It is. Chow Garden? Excuse me, Chow Garden.
The Chow Garden's great. But
Chow
I
Garden
played more-
is the best.
Sonic Advance. Sonic Advance.
Literally, they
too.
can sell me a game called Chow Garden and I'll just buy it.
Oh, they will. They will. Don't worry about it.
Hey, this is totally
He'll
off
have
topic.
a Minions crossover.
Totally off topic. Genosha. I heard it has really good reviews. I assume you're getting it.
There was one review that made me a little worried. And they gave it a 7 out of 10. They said it gets old quick. I was like, it's $25, which makes me go, ooh. I am getting it though. I'm gonna wait because I want to see more reviews.
I'm probably gonna get it. I'll let you know then.
I'm definitely getting it either way, honestly, because I saw two other reviews at 9.5 and a 9.
Yeah, but the
Good for
7-1.
Yeah, 7-1. Oh no, it was from
It's just a
one side
hater.
network.
People just have to hate on it, right?
Yeah, they're hating. Screw them. That's what I usually say when something gets a low review that I was looking forward to. So I'll be saying that a lot when Godzilla vs Kong comes out. It gets like 3 out of 10s. Just hate
I don't care.
But they had the crazy quote in the Overwatch thing where they're like, we want to make the best story out there, and I'm like that's saying a lot because I don't think you're gonna be able to do that. I like Overwatch, I like the lore, but you're competing against them.
Will it be as good as Sonic Adventure 2 though?
No, because Chow Garden.
That's the best one. No,
what if they have a Chow Garden in this game?
Look.
It'll be one of those King Pachimari garden or whatever.
Yeah, Pachimari Garden.
Yeah.
If they have a badass final boss fight with Crush 40 coming in there, Crush 40 coming in there with one of those dumb Overwatch.
Yeah, it has to be a new song though. They make.
Yeah,
they get Crush 40.
Unless they get Crush 40 in there, it's not happening. It's
Crush 40 still around, right? We can get them.
Of course.
Oh, okay. If they weren't, we'd have to reassemble them. So for that one final battle.
But yeah, no, the PvE, I think it's very huge for the game. I wish it came out like this year. That I think it's the boost.
Yeah,
it's the booster shot that game kind of needs. Like, yeah, it's doing really well, but like, I can't help but feel
Yeah.
like slower and slower queue times each time I get in there.
I
Honestly,
wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come out until the end of next year. The way they were
Yeah.
showing the game too, there was a lot like they're showing cutscenes, but there was a lot that weren't even close to finished because they were
Yeah.
showing like animatics and stuff. I was like, oh no. And there was a lot of concept art. I was like, oh my god, they're not even. They're probably like 30% of the way done.
so
Like,
what happened, I imagine, is they mentioned it a lot. Was how they said that when they showed off Overwatch 2, people complained about how repetitive or not fun the Omnic fighting was. So they said
Yeah.
they overhauled all of that. I'm like, ooh, I think that's where a lot of the time went.
it is repetitive, but I think in a story mode, I think it wouldn't have been as annoying because you would have that like banter. I assume
Yeah,
there's gonna be
but the
banter.
hero missions is where they're trying to keep you though.
Yeah, I know the heroes missions is gonna be the thing you keep coming back to after. Which to be honest, we'll see how it works, but I'm here for the story mode and then going back to the competitive.
I'll play a
that's
little
gonna
bit
be
PV every once in a while. I'm
Oh
sure.
no, I'll probably play it, especially if it's good. And if it's really good, then screw it. I mean, I want to try out all those different abilities. Like see what. Let me see who's a character.
Tracer.
I want to see. Oh no, I want to see like what would like a Hanzo have in his like
He can fly.
skill tree. Oh, he can fly.
Everyone's
He can
last
fly.
everyone's last ability is they fly.
He can do like 10 double jumps.
Yeah.
And Mercy stops playing. That's her.
Oh, you know what's gonna be Igor? You know Scatter Arrow's coming back as an ability.
Hell yeah!
It
And you know
has
what?
to,
The
right?
scatter, each scatter arrow will explode into another scatter arrow. So it just keep going. Hell yeah, it's back, baby.
Back
And no
in-
one can complain because I mean they're computers. What the fuck are they gonna complain about?
the computers fight back.
Yeah, they're pissed. They're pissed. They demand Jeff tone it down.
Jeff.
He became self-aware.
But yeah, I think it's looking good. I think it looks much more like a sequel than last time.
Yeah, last time I was like, you know what, the push mode's cool, but that's coming to the original game, obviously. So the story mode is where you really need to show what's different, and they did, but they didn't show any cutscenes. And
The one thing is it's almost looking like they're trying to keep it one tank, 2 DPS, 2 healers.
Yeah, I watched the play Overwatch. He said that like you every time you see people fighting, it's 5v5, and there's always just one tank, 2-2,
which is
else. Interesting.
It's
'cause,
interesting. It's a bit worrying. Sorry.
The tanks suck now, so they have to really overhaul those tanks.
Well, I mean, I think they even toyed with the idea of getting rid of tanks and calling them bruisers. Right? Isn't that one of the things.
They've been trying to do different things with the tanks. They at one point, it was like last year sometime, they had an experimental card with the tanks where they gave you only one tank, but they made each tank with the different ability that made them more tanky in case they couldn't. So like for example, Roadhog, being that he didn't have a shield, the thing was when he healed, he had a heal around him as well. Zarya was able to bubble multiple people as long as they were in a close vicinity together. So they gave each hero kind of like a little bit more. But
Zarya won't break the game.
Yeah, no, Zarya, yeah, no, it did because it's like, oh, anyone that has ultimates, all right, let me just bubble everyone. We're good.
Roadhog one I can see not because like Roadhog's always on his own anyway, unless you really want to stick with the team.
Yeah,
I've a lot of Roadhogs I play with just like the motherfucker all the way over there. Like,
yeah, you mean me?
Well, not even you. Every other Roadhog I play with,
Yeah.
because I'm usually either tank or support. So I'm either healing the Roadhog because he's getting his ass beat, or I'm with the Roadhog because I'm the other tank and I want to I want to team up and try to take the freaking point.
But it's kind of worrying, not a bad way. Like if it's what it is what it is. But it's gonna be weird, especially for professional. Professional, you just cut out a whole. You cut out so many players just out of their position. But also, there's this thing, and I get it. People are complaining. They're like, well, if we don't like what Overwatch 2 is doing, they're essentially there's no Overwatch 1 after Overwatch 2 comes out because they're just updating Overwatch 1 into 2. So people are saying, well, what if we like Overwatch 1 but don't like what Overwatch 2 is doing? And that's kind of interesting because it's like, well, what do you do? So I mean, like the presumed thing is that there's gonna be a classic mode, but they've gone on record to say that. But Jeff's gone on record saying that they don't have all the source code for a classic mode. That's why they haven't done one yet.
I thought maybe like what it is now. Like
well, I'm sure like right now is probably where they're doing it, but like you can't even go further back than that because they're like we straight up just don't have the source code.
Which is fine. I don't want to go back to when Bastion
was Shield.
Well, he had a shield too. But Bastion, even without the shield, for a long time, he was the king.
Yeah.
It was like every player of the game would be Bastion or who else? It would be
So
somebody
true.
else. Yeah, it would be mainly Bastion, then somebody else would get it sometimes. I'm like, all right. It's like I think Mercy, sometimes if she got like 4 reses off.
Moira always has it still. Or she did. She's
Moira,
calmed down a lot because they had to turn her back.
Yeah.
But she was always playing the game. And it was always her throwing an orb in there and just holding the trigger down. But no, so I get that it's worrying because people are like, well, what if I want to keep Overwatch 2? It's like, yeah, I get that. So hopefully they do keep a classic. It'll be interesting. I trust what they're going to do with the game, but I'm excited for it still. I'm very much hoping
So
that,
they're like shutting down the servers or whatever for Overwatch. and
no,
then-
so essentially Overwatch 1 is going to be peeled into Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2,
If you put your disc in for Overwatch 1, it'll just say Overwatch 2 when you start it.
yeah,
Like,
but so eventually if you buy it,
It'll be updated, but you won't have like the story stuff, but you'll still have
Yeah.
the competitive multiplayer, and it'll look like the updated engine.
yeah, so everything gets updated, but so if you buy Overwatch 2, you're getting the PvE story, all that stuff.
Okay.
But if you keep Overwatch 1, you get just the competitive still, which is fine.
Yeah,
Because I'm
Okay.
the thing is that they're trying to make Overwatch 1 free to play, which
Okay.
they're not going to right now because they still have a lot of time until Overwatch 2, so it makes sense. Once that gets free to play, then the competitive side will be free. It's like kind of what Halo's doing now.
Mhm, mhm.
Buy Halo Infinite for the campaign and all that. Multiplayer's free.
It's fair, yeah. Which, if you have Game Pass, you don't need to buy it. Period.
Hell yeah!
Exactly.
You just get Game Pass.
All right,
Pretty good deal.
next story. Let's talk about this a little bit. I do want to mention something else as well. So Anthem, we mentioned a little bit last week. I got the big axe. I got that sucks.
I feel bad because there's some people that love that game.
It had a lot of
I haven't
potential,
played
I
it, so
think.
I can't say I don't understand it.
I totally agree with you. Like a friend of mine like really hyped me up for this game, and I ordered I ordered like the
deluxe
like
70
pre-launch
80.
edition. Yeah, no, but I mean, thankfully I had like some sort of gift card. I was like, all right, fine, I'll take it, I'll do it. And
Like what we do to Kyle for Godfall.
Yeah.
oh god, that's
we
another
tried to get him to get like spend the $90 on the Godfall edition that we played once.
Oh,
I played.
$100.
Yeah, 100.
God.
But did you I'm assuming you thought it was decent or you saw potential in it.
Yeah, I mean, like there was what was it, like the week before or like 2 weeks before the game launched, they had that preview or beta, and it was definitely not a beta. It was more like an alpha or something even way before that. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Like it was literally like even getting into the missions, you were crawling because they didn't fix how to like walk into the mechs or the suits, and it was painful with that. Loading times were terrible. They fixed everything to that point, but then the problem was like the character or the enemies that you were fighting were all the same. So you just got boring with that. The flying was awesome.
Did you
when
hear-
you get to fly? It was awesome.
It's great.
Have you heard?
Always the graphics are great too.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh yeah, it was a very pretty game.
Have you guys heard what they're doing with Avengers?
Are they shutting it down? No, I heard what you said about them like making it more grindy.
Yeah,
No,
so
right?
they're
grindy?
they're
Oh,
losing a lot of players, so their solution is to make it harder to
worse.
climb up, and they're even warning everyone, they're like, hey, if you want to get your levels up, get it in now. And everyone's like, the fuck.
They really are banking on that Hawkeye DLC.
Oh.
Everyone loves
Yes.
Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, and you know what's some bullshit? I hate when companies do this now with the next generation coming around. Tony Hawk has this, and so does Crash. But like they have like a separate PS5 one you could buy, or a Series X copy, which is the same game you can get for like $10 anywhere else, but it has PS5 on it. So people are gonna probably get that thinking it's like a new game for their new system, and then it gets suckered into it because it's just the same shitty game you can get for like $10.
Just
Like-
kidding.
Yeah, just kidding. And it's a free upgrade, so I'll give them that. Right? At least it's a free upgrade. But them releasing a PS5 standalone for $60 when that game you can get, like GameFly has it for like $13 every day. It's
Mhm.
like
You're buying the label.
Yeah. you're finding the label.
That's Activision for you.
No, that's Square Enix with Avengers
Oh,
doing
Square
that.
Enix. That's right now.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, the
But
Tony
yeah,
Hawk thing.
and that's
Yeah.
no free upgrade, so you got to buy that.
Shit, I didn't get. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get the digital copy of Tony Hawk, so I can't fucking play the upgraded version. Ain't this a bitch? It's, I have to pay for it, right?
Activision's on some shit for
I didn't pay for it, right? Or I'm not even allowed to do that. I think it's just I just can't play it, right? Oh,
that's why I sold my copy. I'm like, oh, I'll get it when it's like $10 next gen. And then no, they did some shit with Call of Duty. That was annoying as hell. Where they actually made 2 SKUs of that game. Where if your game, same exact copy except for this, doesn't have that in the corner, that sticker, which is a sticker, you can peel this off. Doesn't have that in the corner. That's not the right copy of the game.
Wow.
I think Microsoft fucked up with this pretty hard. I thought their meshing was pretty slick. I kind of like that. How it's like, all right, it tells you which, because going forward is obviously like this is gonna be which one I'm looking at. This one's gonna be eventually that's gonna be talked, and I get that, but they had to do this because they had to tell you if the game is next gen or not, because some copies are coming like this without that and they're not. So I think they fucked up with that somehow, which sucks because I thought the thing was kind of sleek.
It's some like crappy ass games that like say Series X enhanced. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm sure. like that werewolf game that came out recently.
Racing with Ryan too.
Let me see. Actually, where's my
Series X enhanced.
Oh, it's an Xbox One X, right?
Well, actually, it will be enhanced, right? Because of the Series X like update.
Yeah, they'll get Racing with Ryan gets the FPS boost.
Ryan, he looks like he's there. It's like, wow, real Ryan. Get this out. Also, that auto HDR, man. If this didn't already have HDR, the colors will pop. That just panda guy on the back will really pop.
He's gonna be so good.
Panda guy. I'm gonna take this off. This pissed me off. Take this. It's really annoying me.
So Anthem, it had potential. It sucks. It's out, but I mean, at this point, it was last year was their time to go. I think if they got out last year, I think that was a good chance they would have lived. This is.
I think it's time to play it.
Yeah, this game's gone by.
You know that gif of all those guys holding up the coffin while they're dancing.
Yes.
Joining Battleborn over there, bud. Speaking of,
Anthem, this. I think it had a slower death than Battleborn because I feel like Battleborn was dead like instantly. I think Anthem had
people had hope.
Yeah, people had hope.
Yeah.
I think so. And there was
because BioWare had their goodwill, right? Like everyone was like, "Oh, it's BioWare. It's got to be good."
Yeah, their last game, Mass Effect, their last Mass Effect was great.
Well, even like Mass Effect Andromeda, there's people go back to that now saying it's great.
Yeah,
like,
people say it's fine. I might go back to it eventually, maybe.
I got that trilogy coming. I'm okay.
I'll have to roll with it first. So
you know what? This actually makes me happy because Anthem I didn't have a lot of interest in besides the flying. The flying was cool. Yeah. But now the reason why I think it's good, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that, is that now they can focus on their 2 games they announced that we have still. I mean, Mass Effect we just saw, but Dragon Age they've been showing that new Dragon Age since like 2018.
Yeah,
they haven't shown any gameplay yet.
So that's part of the EA Power Hour we got going on here. But this is something kind of negative, kind of positive, kind of negative.
It's positive in the long run, but the wording really annoyed me.
So the problem, so EA came out as if like this positive thing. They're like, hey, Jedi Fallen Order, it's so amazing. Oh, we get it. Single player games, fantastic. We get it, guys. Dragon Age no longer live service. Everyone's like, wait, no longer? what you mean no longer?
What do you?
Yeah, well, I think it was already announced that they were trying to add a multiplayer thing that was going to be live service. But the problem with that is their wording. They said they allowed BioWare to not make a live service game out of their multiplayer. I'm like, oh, you allowed them? Oh, thank you. Oh, how generous. It's like you allowed them not to screw their own game up so it bombs.
Thank you, Mr. EA.
Yes, Mr. EA. Yeah, I hope BioWare said that too. I hope Jeff BioWare, whoever works there, is the head of that. It's not Casey Hudson anymore, right? He left.
No, he left. He dipped. He's like, nah.
Yeah. Who's the head of BioWare now?
Mr.
Is
Ware.
there a head? Is anybody there?
It's the janitor in control.
It's Jeff Kaplan. He's there. He's doing double duties.
But it's good to know Dragon Age is gonna avoid that. But dude, like EA with the whole. Because what wasn't it? Didn't like Doom also come out with a news story this last week saying that it made like $450 million. And everyone's like, see,
No,
Doom
it
Eternal.
made that much.
Oh,
Yeah,
like single. Like
Doom
a single
Eternal
player
made
game
like
made that much.
I think some crazy number. I think I saw where it made like,
Didn't make that much.
and everyone's like,
And-
look, single player does fine.
It got no awards at the Game Awards and made all that money.
I felt so bad for that one dude with the Doom shirt looking
Shame.
all happy. It's like, dude, you should have got something.
Like I don't know, the winner of pretty much every award, I was like, all right, fine, it makes sense. But like when it came to like score, I was like, I love the Final Fantasy.
I get it with
I
that.
really do. And Hades was great too. If anything should have won, it should have been Doom though, because like, dude, that really enhances the game.
Mhm.
Like, that game's amazing, right? But that friggin' soundtrack is.
Yeah, it wasn't going to compete
maybe-
against the FF7 nostalgia.
It also had that controversy too with the soundtrack with Mick Gordon.
Oh yeah,
I
huh?
forgot what's going on there. Maybe that kind of.
No one.
It didn't win
remembers.
anything. It didn't win best action game, right?
No, that was Hades.
It was Hades.
Oh.
Hades
Hey,
came in
which
and said, "Nah."
Hades should have been like nominated for like there should have been a new category like best.
They're nominated for like eight things though, right?
Yeah, it
was
was
crazy.
I think Doom was nominated for like 6 and won 0. At least Hades won 2.
It
won
should have.
that.
It should have won. Didn't Doom get nominated for sound design or no?
I don't. Is there a sound design award? I don't remember.
Or am I just thinking of the Oscars?
No, I think there was. I think it was just sound. I think
No, because it was
sound.
because Resident Evil always wins that one. Remember?
No, Resident Evil 3. I mean, Resident Evil always gets nominated.
Yeah.
But it didn't win. Obviously, I think what won was Ghost of Tsushima. I think that was the only thing it won.
Yeah.
Right?
Damn.
Yeah, art direction.
No,
They won art direction.
Yeah, art direction. There you go. No, what the hell won that?
For
If
which
there
one?
even is a
For audio
Best
design?
Yeah.
auto design.
Oh, Last of Us. I just pulled it up on IGN right now, but it's The Last of Us.
That makes sense too. It's,
Doom,
You
you
know
fucked
what?
up coming out last year.
yeah,
It should have
Came
came
out
out when
2019.
it should have came out. Yeah, what if it came out,
you know, it would all fucked up like Cyberpunk. So.
dude? If it came out the year it was supposed to, I think Doom could have just fucking killed it.
Yeah,
The Game Awards.
2019 wasn't weak, but like when
It
Sekiro
was-
won, I was like, it could have been anything that year. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, okay.
there was no like quadruple A release that year. It was just like a bunch of like pretty mid tier triple A games that all could have won. Not in a bad way, but I'm saying like all of them had like.
I would say straight up AAA. Like Sekiro is AAA. At this
Well, no,
point.
but I'm saying,
From
but like Sekiro versus like The Last of Us, you know, it's like there's like almost a
Yeah.
tier in there.
Resident Evil also.
Sure, but like they were all like in that little like middle pack where they all were like a wild card to win. I think Doom could have won that for sure.
It was like when Dragon Age Inquisition won. When that year was garbage. That was like it was that or Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor. Those the two games. And Middle Earth was great, but like it was. I mean, it was probably my game of the year that year, but that's not saying much. There's a lot. There was nothing.
What was that was 2013, right?
2013 was amazing. BioShock Infinite.
No.
Grand
Oh yeah,
5.
2014 was that no 2012. I'm thinking 2012.
Hearthstone. The Hearthstone year. It got nominated.
What was
2014.
what was Sleeping Dogs? That was 2012.
2012. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking because XCOM and Sleeping Dogs were like my top go to for a little bit one time, but then I think I ended up finally playing. No. Oh, wait.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, I think it was because then 2013 was BioShock and Last of Us and all that.
BioShock, GTA, Last of Us, Metal Gear Rising,
Hell yeah.
Raider reboot, the new consoles. That burp. There's other things, but whatever. Oh, Rise, Son of Rome, of course, all the classics.
Hell yeah, Dead Rising.
Dead Rising,
Knack.
Is that on Game Pass?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Good.
Is Rise
No.
is Rise on Game Pass?
No, it is.
Oh, is it?
It totally is. I didn't put the disc in when I played it recently. So
Maybe you had it digital.
oh, maybe I do. I don't know.
I'll check right now.
I can check that out.
I'm sure it is because all Microsoft Game Studios games are on there, right?
Yeah.
Or at least most of it.
Not all of them are yet.
It is. Maybe I own it digitally. I don't remember buying it digitally though.
You could have been Games of Gold, maybe. Let me check though.
I should have really waited to play that game again. On
It
Series
could be.
X.
Let's see. Rise.
That's a great game, really. Rise is a fun.
Yeah,
game.
Rise is my bad.
this. I thought I don't remember buying it digitally, and I couldn't find my disc. I was like, I don't know where the fuck it is. It's been 8 years since I bought that game, and I have no idea. It could be anywhere. Like I have the case, I opened it, no disc. I was like, what the fuck? It could be anywhere. I have like 400 Xbox One games. I have no idea. Every single one of them.
Anyway, good luck, Mr. BioWare. You got this.
Good luck. Hey, just make Mass Effect 4 or whatever you're calling it, Mass Effect Returns or fuck. And just do that. You even cancel Dragon Age. I'm okay with that.
Next up, right after last week's episode was a Pokemon Direct.
Yes.
A lot better than a lot of us were expecting.
Really good.
The one time I don't wake up for it like on time. I'm like, I don't put any merit to a lot of these, but it was actually pretty good. Start off with Pokemon Snap.
Oh, no. Go back.
Oh, start off with the like a 6-minute tribute.
5-6 minute little tribute to 25 years of Pokemon, which
Cable.
I don't know.
Cable.
It's like what was it like? Music, anime. They said anime like 5 times.
Yeah.
It's live action film. Like, I loved it. I really did. That was a great retrospective. I mean, it wasn't like insightful because it was just like, here's all the stuff you already know about.
It's
the only
cool.
thing I was like, I forgot about that Pokemon camera that never came to America. At least I don't think it did. Like there was like a camera.
Yeah.
There was like a jab.
The phone thing threw me off too when they were connecting the phone.
Too.
But
there's like that keyboard game, whatever. Like there was like a game.
Yeah, on the DS.
Yeah, I don't think that came to America either.
It's cool when you kind of dip into that because even like Pokemon Go summer, like that. Remember that summer? That was a fucking. That was
a nightmare.
A nightmare. Everyone remembers it fondly 8 years. Like no.
The Dark Ages.
But like that was a really cool time to see everyone just like out and about and kind of appreciate because it's Gen 1. That was all they had at first, so everyone kind of relates to Gen 1. You know. Some would say the most creative looking ones. Some would say they're not.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're the most creative, but they're the most fun. Like, sure, there's a rat Pokemon, and his name is Rattata. I get it. There's a turtle Pokemon, and he shoots water, and his name is Squirtle. Whatever. Like, who cares?
But there's like a squirrel, too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a squirrel, because he has the little tail.
But it was cool dipping in that nostalgia where it was like all the old school things, all the old Pokemon cards and all that. It was really cool.
It was like a new experience at the time. Like, there was some AR, or what is it called? AR, right?
Yeah, and they ended off with space, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing in space?
And that was a new experience. It was kind of cool. Everybody was doing it too. If you went to a mall, which me and my friend went to a mall a few times to do that, everybody, like, there's like a big patch of grass at our local mall, just like right in the middle of the like outside portion of the mall. And there was like maybe 60, 70 people there. And I'm like, God damn. Like, if you saw that now, you'd run away because. But hey. It was I'd say a nightmare, but I was really joking. It was really fun. Going to my local GameStop. There's a well, actually this GameStop's gone now, rest in peace. But there was a local GameStop that had a fountain, like a water fountain, this big water fountain, and that was one of the little stops you can go. And every time I would go there for like a solid like 2 months, there was like maybe 10 people outside, like a gym battle or something like that, or doing one of the stops.
I went to my college campus was popping during all that. Me and my friends went there like at 10 o'clock at night, and hundreds of people were just in the courtyard and everywhere. Like there's like a pond there and all that. People were just like everywhere. I remember just like all of us hanging out. It was like as if it was like during the day and classes going on. Just everyone was out there, but it's literally 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and then you just hear someone go, "Yo, there's a Arcanine over here." We're like, "Oh!" You see a stampede of just everyone just and there's a stampede of fucking people just running all that direction. You hear people just like yell, "Oh, there's something over here! There's something over here!" It was actually really cool.
Picturing World War Z, the zombies are swarming.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool to see all that. But yeah, no. So that retrospective happened. Then Pokemon Snap showed up. I didn't dip into it too much. Does it look like a standard Pokemon Snap game then?
It looked like it, yeah.
Yeah, I it didn't really show too much of it. It seems like that's what it is, but I think I have to remember exactly what they said. But they said there's gonna be a lot of different biomes and stuff you could explore.
Okay.
But I want to. see the gameplay again because I want to see if it is more open, like kind of like you're actually walking around the world, because you don't do that in Pokemon Snap. It's just you do levels and I mean you can finish that game in like an hour tops.
Right.
But obviously you replay it and get all the secrets and get better pictures, so Professor Oak won't fucking.
But this is a $6 game now, and people they really need to beef that content up.
I mean, they don't need to beef it up too much, but they didn't make it like a few hours long of like content, and then you can go back and try to get better pictures. And they showed like they have like a whole Instagram thing, so you could like take pictures and put stickers on it and like make them nice and post them on Twitter or wherever. I guess Instagram too. I don't know.
You can look at your friends' pictures on there too, or there's like a leaderboard almost thing.
I think they have like an Instagram thing built into the game too.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Yeah, so it's like a Miiverse almost kind of inside the game.
Rest in peace.
It's cool. They bring back Miiverse. That was the best thing in the week.
Dude, finding different clubs of random games.
Yeah, I'm stuck in this part on Wii U. I mean, in Zombie U, I go there and it's just like drawings of like dicks or whatever. I'm like, this doesn't help me. Like, please help me.
Please.
I remember actually. That's a joke though. You couldn't draw dicks, but I do remember one time I went on there just to check it out, and there was like 2 comments that were the exact same comment. It's just like Zombie U, more like Zombie PU. I'm like, oh, that's good.
Remember that Smash 4 stage? You could have Miiverse background. You had like you saw pictures in the background. Sometimes there was really whoa.
What was Samus doing to Pikachu there?
Siege, what's your history of Pokemon Snap?
That was outside of Red and Blue. That was probably the longest Pokemon game that I played.
Okay.
I have Shield.
Yeah.
I think it was and I played it for maybe 10 minutes. And I was like, I'm done. I can't. I was like,
that was me when it first came out for Sword. I got through the first opening cutscene. I was like,
there's just way too much to explain. I just want to go catch Pokemon. That's all I wanted to do.
Hey, you got a game for that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Pokemon Snap, it looks pretty. I like it a lot. There's like a lot of cool it looks like there's gonna be a lot of like even if you go one way looking all right, it looks like you can like look all the other side too and see just everything else.
Yeah, it's weird that this game looks really good and you know, like solid graphics.
I was surprised that Bandai's making this.
Yeah, that's why it looks good. I don't know what it is, but like at first I was like with Game Freak, that's the guys that make it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe it's just because it's on the Switch. They can't make a giant open world and stuff. And then, I mean, this is an open world, but it's still it looks expansive.
And then Witcher gets ported.
Witcher gets ported. I mean, that's that's Witcher. We can do, but like. But yeah, like, then this comes out and like all the character models, all the Pokemon look amazing compared to.
They look like what we really, really wanted.
Exactly what, like, I remember when this trailer first came out for the announcement trailer. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, it looks so much better than Sword." I was like, "Yeah, it does." And then they showed your actual gameplay, and it still looks better than Sword. I was like, because the first time they showed it, people were like, maybe it's CG or not CG, but maybe it's like manipulated gameplay to make it look like. They show actual gameplay. I'm like, and it comes out in like a month. I mean,
hell yeah.
Bandai Namco or Namco Bandai, whatever it is now. They make so many freaking games. Like, did they just release like didn't they do Hyrule Warriors, or is that somebody else?
Tecmo Koei.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, actually, I just looked up. Game Freak didn't even do Pokemon Snap, the original. It's HAL
that sounds about right. Yeah.
HAL. Awada's
That's why they never made another one. They couldn't trust anyone else until Bandai Namco.
Love Stadium.
I
bet that HAL too.
So that happened. Then we got the presumed to be Let's Go, but not actually Let's Go. Just straight up, just like Heart Gold, Soul Silver version of Diamond and Pearl.
They were screwing with hardcore because they even had a tweet a couple days before the presentation. Like it just said "Let's go," and it was like a picture of like the what is it called again?
Diamond and Pearl.
What's the region?
Oh, Sinnoh.
So it was like the "Let's go Sinnoh region" or whatever it said, and it was a picture, and everybody's like, "No, come on, you can't, don't." And then it was like they heard the rumor and they're like, "Yeah, let's screw with them a little bit," and yeah, it's not a Let's Go game. It's like a Link's Awakening style remake of that game, which is cool with me because I never played it. So, well, I played a little bit of it, but I barely played it. So, and I'm kind of in the Pokemon mood now. I played Sword. After you get through the boring ass beginning, it gets fun.
How long is that? How long is that?
It really felt like an hour and a half for me until we get into because you have to listen to these boring ass characters talk, and I'm like, I don't care about you. You're my rival. I know how I've played Pokemon. Yeah, we always have to have a rival. I get it. You suck. You're always a pick.
And they don't even cool. They don't even like go cool with the rivals like they used to, where like the rival was always a dick. The rival was always like a dickhead to you, and you're like, oh, I fucking hate this guy.
It's cool. His whole character arc. I don't know if you should I spoil this. I get
no one cares.
Yeah. His name's Hop, by the way. So I don't know who fucking named him Hop. That was his name, right? It was Hop, or was it some stupider? You don't remember.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think his name was Hop. But yeah, he's just like, oh boy, we're friends. Let's fight. You beat him. He's like, ahoy, and then he leaves, and then you fight him again. You beat him again. And he goes, ahoy, and then he leaves again, and then he comes back. He doesn't even he's not even a rival. He's just like, hey, we're friends.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of the rivals now are just like,
your friend. I don't know you, kid.
It's like, I respect you so much. I want to be better than you, though.
Get away from me. Would you help your ass out of here?
Hey, give me 1 second. Keep talking.
Good. But yeah, no. Like I just didn't care about like I don't care about characters in Pokemon games. I don't.
Yeah.
I care about the Pokemon. I want the Pokemon.
Yeah. I want those things. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah, I don't care about any of the characters and their problems. Like the only characters I care about is like whatever the Team Rocket of the game is. Because I'm like, oh hell yeah.
Which even then, they're in this game they're different.
Oh man, look at you. That shirt.
Hell yeah. But in this game they're not even like really like.
And I just noticed it. Did you have that shirt?
Yeah.
What the hell did I not notice the flowers? Wow, how beautiful.
For some reason, when you sat down, I thought you were wearing like a Mega Man helmet. Like,
I put that one back there.
Yeah, how come they've never made a headset that's just straight up the Mega Man helmet?
I have headphones that are Mega Man the helmet.
Yeah, no, I mean like a straight up the helmet, the entirety of the helmet, and then like inside of the headset.
I'll just install headphones in on that thing.
Yeah, I'm sure you could probably fit them over if you really try.
Probably.
But yeah, I don't care about any of the characters in Pokemon. So like I'm skipping most of the dialogue when I was playing Sword. But this looks cute.
So Diamond and Pearl are good. Diamond and Pearl are good.
Yeah.
And if they're if
I'm sorry, go ahead.
If they follow through with like how Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and all those were, then sure.
Yeah, Heart Gold and Soul Silver was great.
Still the best.
The one thing I just don't like. Nintendo just does a great job of just remaking everything, and people just like they just rush to buy it anyway. It doesn't matter. It could be like
Skyward Sword.
Yeah, Skyward Sword. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's here!" It's like what?
$60 again. I'll buy it.
Mass Effect's over here remastering 3, fixing up the first game, putting it all in one.
Like, it doesn't look amazing.
Oh, Solar Flare. Hey, look, Skyward Sword.
Miranda's butt. I'm upset.
Skyward Sword. There's like just like a subtle difference. Everyone's like, "Oh my god."
You could see
they win. They win.
Zelda's face squiggly lines anymore because it's not in 240p.
Yeah. Nintendo
there's a major like if you compare the original game to that, it's like night and day.
Yeah.
Because in my mind's eye, I'm like, that game looked great, and then I watch a comparison video, I'm like, oh
shit, what is this?
Like, oh. Yeah,
oh, Gord, you see about?
I feel like. Oh, sorry.
That reminds me. Did you see with No More Heroes limited runs putting out the physical? Hell yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Yep. Well, I'm glad I bought them. Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was. No, it's just the fact, like what you were saying exactly. It's like you remember a game in such vivid memories, and you go and play it, and you're like, "What the hell is this?"
Like Mario 64.
Yeah. Like I was playing. I remember playing Brutal Legend.
Hell yeah!
I was like, "Oh man, this game's so awesome!" I went back to play it again. I was like, "Oh god, I don't want to play this anymore. This looks like trash."
Yeah,
like even though I like Jack Black, I like the premise of it, but I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
So,
that game suckered me because I didn't know it was going to turn into an RTS. I'm like, oh, this is a fun game. I love all these characters. I love this world. And then it's just like, all right, now you're gonna do RTS. I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? I don't think you realize that I don't play RTS.
You got me, Tim Schafer.
I played the whole game too, so he got me.
Oh,
So,
did you? Oh, wow.
yeah, it's a really fun game.
Yeah.
It has one of the best endings ever. I won't say.
All
Next to
right,
Conduit
I will-
2.
Oh, Conduit
How
2.
long was that game then? Oh, I guess I can.
Brutal
look at it,
Legend?
yeah.
Brutal Legend was like I think 15.
Let me check how long to beat.
but- Okay.
I remember it being not too long, but it doesn't. It has plenty of content. So, and that's a game
Okay.
you could get for super cheap now.
I
think it was
remember,
like
that was like
$2.
one of the
Oh,
first
I
games
mean,
I saw.
it's
9 hours
on,
long.
Oh,
Nine? Okay. Well, maybe
13
is
and
there
a
like
half for extras in main.
Okay, maybe I just suck at it then. Maybe. It's like-
I'm with you. I'm such pretty shitty.
yeah. I just remember like just rolling around in that game, just like driving, and you
Yeah.
just turn the radio on and just like blasting heavy metal music. I don't even like heavy metal music really,
Yeah.
but it was just like it fit with that game, and
Yeah.
if it fits with the game, I'm good. Like that's why I don't care for heavy metal, but hell, I'll listen to Doom soundtrack any day.
Right.
But
Oh.
there we go.
You know what's one of my
I-
one of my things I've been doing today, or I've been doing this for like the last couple of days. I dig reaction videos. We've talked, me and Gore talked about this. We both like reaction videos of people like getting into like cool parts, like looking at people's reactions, like cool parts of whatever you've been watching. I like
Yeah.
people reacting to very popular songs that they're just not in the genre
Yeah.
for, so they don't know.
Oh.
I was doing that for a little while. I was been watching people's reactions to the Queen Live Aid concert.
Oh
like-
yeah, that'd be a good one. I need to watch that.
That was a good one because like
Jeez.
it's really good. People just like losing their shit over that.
Let me see who was his name. Let me give him. I mean, not that I need to give him a shout. The motherfucker has like more subs than I'll ever have in my entire life, many times over. But what's his name? No Life Shack. He does a bunch. He's been doing reactions to like metal and like rock and country, and he's very much a rap person. But he did his reaction to. I've been watching a couple, but people reacting to like "In the Air Tonight," and I loved it because he paused like about 20 seconds from the drum, and he just goes, "Man, why do I feel like something big's about to happen, man? I just feel like something crazy about to happen. This is just gonna go off right now, man. I'm loving this." And then he turns it on, and everyone's like, you can tell everyone that watches the video, everyone in the comments are like, was anyone else just waiting for that moment? And then he just comes in with the drums, and he goes, like, hold up, you can't do me like that, Phil. Like music reactions where people like hear a very popular song they've known for a while is so good.
Yeah.
So good. Because you're just like kind of blown out. Like, how have you not heard the song? But then you're like, oh, okay, well you say in that genre so much that they're not
Yeah,
going
you
to the other
just
stuff.
You missed classics like In the Air Tonight.
people react to that song. It's so
I
good.
love that song.
It's a good song.
Yeah,
Yes.
great color, man.
Yeah. So and then so we got the Diamond Pearl remakes coming up. The big surprise I think that everyone was actually very shocked for was Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is the Pokemon RPG that we've been wanting since the dawn of Pokemon.
Yes.
Um,
And I find it really, really original. Like it doesn't remind me of any game that has come out in the last 4 years on Nintendo Switch
nope.
at all. No other game. Nothing.
A breath of
Nothing.
good of originality.
A breath of fresh air.
A breath of fresh air.
Breath of fresh air. Doesn't look like anything else. I also appreciate that they went for a different style for this game, where the frame rate is about 5 frames a second. I thought that was really.
It definitely feels very early, which is weird because it's coming out early next year.
Yeah. Well, they have a year. They have a year.
But I think it's actually like what Siege was saying. It might literally be exactly what you want. Where it's Pokemon RPG, you're just going around catching things.
Yeah, I was like, what? You don't get into a battle. You don't go up to the Pokemon.
You can battle too if you want, but you just straight up just lob shit.
Oh, I love the battle too, but we'll get to that. But I love that you can just be like, hey.
Hey, idiot!
hey, loser! Hey, fat ass Snorlax! Like what?
Snorlax. Poor Snorlax.
Whatever.
As,
He knows what he is.
as long as you don't have to talk to any like stupid people, then
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like you don't have to. I mean, well, I'm sure you
Yeah.
will eventually, but
I was
it's
getting like
RPG.
vibes that maybe you have to build up a town, which
You gotta
have to
farm?
Yeah. So you can get a Pokemon to like do the farm for you.
Get
and
a
you can go
Machoke.
off and
Wow.
you can get a Machoke to like pull the weeds out. because
even though
you don't want it in your farm.
yeah, you
know?
can't get Machamp because Machamp has the belt, and they're like, "What is that? That hasn't been
Yeah.
invented yet."
Yeah, and also you can't get Machamp because you have to trade Machoke to a friend, and then he has to
They don't
bring
know
it
what
back to
trading
you.
is back then.
Yeah, you can't trade. Well, you can trade, but you have to like meet up in real life or whatever. You can't do
The
online.
Pokemon senses that they were handed to another person. Like, oh my god.
But yeah, no. The other thing that was awesome is when you do the Pokemon battles, and every time we do a Pokemon battle, you're always like 400 feet away from your Pokemon, and the Pokemon is fighting the other guy. The other Pokemon. This one, you're right there with the Pokemon. You're chilling. You're fighting with them.
Yeah,
Oh my
you're
God,
both going
yeah.
up on a Pidgey.
Yeah, you Pokemon. Yeah.
You do some Office Space shit with a Caterpie.
Yeah, printer.
There's a Caterpie on the ground. All you guys are Office Space and kicking it.
trying to beat a Metapod. He keeps using Harden. So it's just like,
Looking like it looks like the end of a Ghost of Tsushima fucking camp where there's blood everywhere. You guys were it's gonna be Pokemon genocide.
That's gonna be the next game.
Yeah, Pokemon Legends
Pokemon
genocide.
Legends Arceus and genocide.
But it's cool we're getting something different like that. That's a good change of pace, I think, that we need for that.
And I didn't even think about this, but no 2 copies, just 1 game.
Yeah, and I do. It's subtle. It's a subtle, small change I liked, but I liked it that there's no new set of Pokemon. Like we're going to 3 different starters from earlier generations.
Yep.
Cyndaquil,
yeah.
Rowlet.
Yeah, and
What was the other one? It was Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and
Potato. I don't know.
Potato, Cyndaquil.
Wasn't it Oshawott?
Oshawott. That's the one.
I think it was.
Sounds about the
I'm
same.
making up these words.
Oddish.
Yeah, Oddish.
Wait, Oddish. You get like some weird ass starters. You get Caterpie, you get Oddish, and you get Diglett.
I think honestly they could have went a step further and made you just give you like all different types finally, because I felt like that was always the thing that at the beginning of Pokemon games always fire, water, grass. Like give us something a little different, make it all different. Fuck it.
You don't need starters anymore. If you could just catch the Pokemon whenever you want, you don't even, because that's the reason why you have a starter, is because you can't just catch them. You need to battle them first. So you could just. I wonder if they'll let you be like, hey, you can take either of these 3, or you could just say, fuck it.
Why is there a voice like that?
Exactly.
Oh,
I feels like a professor voice to me. It's like, there's gonna be a professor,
Sure.
even back like I don't know how many years this is in the past, but there's gonna be a professor. There's gonna be like a sensei. There'll be a sensei.
Sensei. Yeah, there you go.
He'll still talk like that though.
Is that game more your speed, Siege?
I think I would probably play that a little bit definitely more than Shield. Like I tried to let my kids play it. Like, nah, I don't want to do this. It's too much reading.
Nintendo, get your game on straight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nintendo. Nintendo has some long ass beginnings to their games. Like it's like I
Japanese
love Zelda
games in general, dude.
Yeah, I love Zelda. Breath of the Wild withstanding, but most of their Zelda games have a long ass beginning.
That's why Breath of the Wild was so shocking at first, because it was like
Yeah,
you
Breath of the
walk
Wild's
out and
like-
it's like go.
I'm like, oh, here comes the cutscene, and it's just like, wake up. All right, I'm walking. What? Wait, what's happening? I pick up what's
It's funny because you felt I like weirdly enough you felt as the story ended as Link did, where it's like, hey, wake up, all right, go, and you're just like, oh, what the fuck? I don't have anything.
I got a stick in my pajamas. Let's go. And I love that game. I really want to go back.
I'm gonna do it. I need to. I'm on the last part, but I'm like,
I still need to play that game, but like I'm scared of getting into that game because it seems so vast and like
it's very and I'm
There's so many secrets. I can't believe people are still finding out different things you could do in that game. I'm like, it's been 4 years.
I'm very much not into those kind of games. When you give me too much choice, I'm like, all right, I don't want to think. I just want to play and lead me down a fucking hallway if I need to. Like it's fine. But that game was almost so refreshing in that you can like it's so open, but like literally you could feel like you've covered every inch of that map, and you've only uncovered half the shrines, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And
I'm
you
like,
could
oh
go
my
in and
God.
you'll go around and you'll look like one little inch that you just didn't look to, and you'll take a little like path down that way, and you'll look around the edge and you'll look around the corner, and you're like, oh, there's something there. And then like the cool thing, which I think Immortals kind of did for a little bit, but didn't quite hit yet, maybe it will later on, but like
it was almost a game in itself on how to get on top of a mountain, especially so early. If your
Mm.
stamina is not that high, you were like looking for every crevice to kind of like stick your foot on. All right, I can rest for a second.
It does that, but it's very, very obvious where the places you stop to rest
Immortals.
are. In Immortals, I'm talking about, yeah. In Breath of the Wild, it really is like there's times where you have to like plan it out almost. Like
Yeah,
you look at the
sometimes
mountain,
you'll be in the little middle of the mountain with like a
you like
quarter.
look at,
You
you
could
get
be-
your like binocular thing out. And you're like, all right, let me see. I could probably make it up to this place and then rest and then keep going and see if I can get there. And then you get up there and there's nothing up there and you're like, what the fuck did I do that for?
Yeah, or you're 3/4 of the way through that mountain. You're like, oh fuck, that place I can't stand on, and you're like looking back, like, all right, I gotta land. I can't. I will die. I will fall
Yeah.
up and die if I don't jump off now and figure out a way to glide.
Immortals was fun and it looked gorgeous, I thought.
Mm.
But it had a lot of Breath of the Wild in it, but it didn't have that sense of adventure and like mystery, because it was like an Ubisoft game where it's just like, here's your checklist, go to this thing, this.
Whereas,
it was all the
whereas
same.
Breath of the Wild's the
But this game
opposite.
doesn't have a checklist. There's no checklist. You're like, all right, there's a mountain over there. I guess I'll go to it.
It's
And
kind of
you go.
cool because you see the map at first, and it's blank, but then
Yeah,
as you just
really.
come through, you just see more and more things that you've completed, not that you just found.
Yeah, exactly. You don't see a
Mm.
checklist. You do see a
It's
checklist,
the
but
reverse
they're
of a
already
checklist.
checked off. Yeah, the reverse of a checklist. They're already done. Like, you can go back to them if you want, but you can't. I mean, why? You've done it.
And it's cool because like each dungeon is super short too, because it's like one puzzle in each thing. So and sometimes you'll be in and out in like 2 minutes. Sometimes you'll be in there for like half an hour. You don't
Yeah.
know, and it's pretty cool. I expect myself to go back to that game eventually.
I expand.
I expand my horizons and play that game.
I expand. No, I just
Expand dong.
expand. I expand. On. Yeah, that's a classic meme. No one will ever take that away.
Yeah, I felt the same way with The Witcher 3. Like, I was
Oh, yeah.
so intimidated playing that game.
That's how I am, and I really want to play it though.
Yeah.
Witcher 3, I think, does it really well because in the beginning it's linear,
Mhm.
kind of, because you're going after something in the beginning, and the
Right.
world the area you're in isn't huge,
Yeah.
so you can explore if you want, but and then it opens up, and then that's when it's just like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it's just like, oh wait, hold on, you didn't really ready me for this. It's like, all right, girl, go on your adventure. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly. That's
I'll go
exactly what I
there.
was like.
Oh, here's
But
a
thankfully,
fun.
I beat that game, so I was like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
Here's
oh,
my
no.
origin of how much I don't like those games, because it was my fault. I totally admit my fault.
Oh yeah. I actually
Is-
told Gerard this recently. we were talking about Fallout. I was like, "Hey, did you ever tell you about?"
Adrian's
Adrian's-
fucking dumbass moment. So, have you played Fallout 3?
Oh yes, I have. Ugh.
So,
Yeah, go on.
here's what I did. I got, this is like my first big open world game, really. Walked out the vault, you see like, all right, any normal human being, they see a city right there. They're like, all right, cool. I'm assuming I'm going to that city. I for whatever reason just didn't look at the right direction. And so I went and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll go right. And I just kept walking and walking and walking, just all this direction. I was like, all right, I'm just still walking. And then I got to a point where I ended up in the city and there were fire ants everywhere and they just kicked my ass. And I was like level 3. And the fire ants are like some like much higher level. And I'm like, all right. And then I got auto saved stuck there. I'm like, all right. And then I gave the game back to my friend. I'm like, all right, I'm good. He's like, what happened? I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. I
So
got.
he missed the Megaton sign that was right there.
Yeah, I replayed
And
the
then
game.
went that way, and then instantly got destroyed, and auto save destroyed.
Yeah.
That was it.
And I replay the game and I look and I'm like, oh, there's a big sign that says Megaton this
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
way, idiot.
This fucking way. Yep.
And I remember I didn't think about it. I was like, I just told him, I was like, I wasn't digging the game. But then I thought about it. And he was like, so why did you like? He asked me finally, like, why did you like it? I was like, I don't know, dude. I just like kept walking and I got stuck and there's some fire ants. And he's like, fire ants? Oh, you got far in the game? I'm like, no, I got like half an hour in. He's like, where the fuck were fire ants? I'm like, I just kept walking. And he's like, and he was trying to decode it because he played the game a lot. He's like, all right, let me figure out where the fuck you were. So he's like, I think you were like, I think it's called Gray Ditch. I think it was the area. He's like, you were over here in this corner. I'm like,
Oh, I walked a lot. He's like, yeah, what the fuck were you doing? He's like, you see the wall, you see where you're at on this map? You're supposed to go right here, next to where you were.
Yeah, right there. You know, the big ass town, the big sign that says "Big Town" over here.
Oh, that has a big arrow.
The sign that says "This is obviously the objective." You dumbass.
And that's why I can't be trusted with big open world games.
Like, I had this like condition where I always look left and just keep walking that way.
The other way, it was right.
You know what? Hey, that's why Stanley Parable, that game exists.
Yeah, no, that was my kind of game. It was like, hey, do everything you're not supposed to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Saitama in season 1. Yeah, just go right. Go to the exit. I guess I'll go left. Yeah, no. You know what? That's the cool thing about Breath of the Wild, though, Siege, is that you can literally go to whichever place you want first, though. So if you want to do,
that would actually.
You can literally go to you can beat the game in 3 hours if you want.
Yeah, if you're really good at it, you can go straight to Ganon's castle and just like, or Hyrule Castle, and just like, hey, Ganon, I got a stick and no shirt. Let's go. It's like, dead ass.
I'm assuming people have done that too. One.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people have done it like with a Guitar Hero controller and like.
It's a little weird. It's a little weird when they do it because then it shows the end credit scene, or not end credit, the cut scene, and it's just like, oh, I feel like this is like a credit. I mean, a cutscene you get after a long adventure. Like, oh, finally it's over. And it was like 20 minutes later.
Yeah,
what an adventure!
Well, whoever woke you up was like, damn, I should have done that a while ago.
Go over with the stick and beat that ass. Make him humble.
Humble as ass.
His ass with a stick.
All right, that's Pokemon.
Real quick though, what was that thing? Pokemon Cafe Mix. What is that about?
Oh, that's on the Switch. It's like a puzzle game.
Switch and
free,
actually. Puzzle game, yeah.
Yeah, it's a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game.
It was nominated Game Awards. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was nominated for best
mobile game, I think.
Yeah, it's on Switch. It's free. I played a little bit of it. I was like, all right.
It's nothing crazy.
You know what the problem with it though is? There's a lot of talking.
Pass.
I was like 15 minutes in. I'm like, can I play?
You know, hey, if you want a Pokemon game without talking, go to that Magikarp Splash game.
Oh yeah, there you go. Well, it's not a Pokemon game, but you could make them splash, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Isn't there another?
Is that the mobile game where you just like
jump one where you jump higher and higher or whatever? Isn't there another one? Isn't there another Pokemon game on there, or is that it? Maybe that's it.
Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah,
they talked about.
There's no talking on that one, unless you have a friend that talks to you while you're playing.
Let's see, Pokemon. Game.
Shut up! I don't want to talk.
I'm tired of these Pokemon characters talking to me. I'm like, no, I'm your friend, bro. I'm real.
Pokemon Quest.
My name's Hop.
Yeah, there you go. Pokemon Quest. That was also on Switch, right?
Yeah, that was super micro
that was super not gameplay at all too. You just watch them do things and you press like the button like,
oh shit. Pokemon Smile's out?
Oh, it's out? I can finally brush my teeth again. That's the brush your teeth and you get a Pikachu something. I don't know. So you get a reward. Pikachu says, "Good job, guy."
Oh, that's neat. I'm reading the first comment though. It's I feel I should open this review by saying I'm a late teenager because I have autism. I need apps like these to take care of myself. Great app that does it's very well encouraging. It helps people brush their teeth, enjoyable, filled with charm. That's cool. I always thought that it's a cool thing. It just felt weird to show during like a presentation when they're doing all that. I get why.
Yeah,
I get why.
It's a good first thing to show at a thing like that. You know, like, hey, we have a Pokemon brush.
Or kind of like fast paced. Like, here's a quick thing. Like, we have this. Cool.
Yeah, and they only showed it for like a minute. I mean, it was like they show a live action thing, and they didn't even explain what it was. It's just like there was an app, and there was a kid brushing her teeth, and the app was like, "Good job, you're doing it." It's like, oh yeah! If my phone told me I'm doing it, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing well." Finally, some recognition.
I had this app on my phone for a long time. It was supposed to be one of those like mental health, like you're supposed to like take a breather and relax for a second. But I only kept it on just for the novelty of it because it would always ask you once a day around like evening, how are you feeling?
It was funny getting a push notification. Just it was funny getting a push notification just once a day, like, "Hey, how are you, man?"
Oh, a
That's
friend. It's like,
yeah.
oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Oh, thanks. Did you ever play that game? What was it called? Lifeline or
Yeah.
like there was a
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. I used to play that and I stopped playing it. And the guy, because you're talking, if you don't know what the game is, it's a game where you're like talking to an astronaut and you're actually like making choices.
it's real
and-
time.
yeah, it's real time. So if you
Mhm.
say like the guy's like stuck on the moon or whatever, or Mars or something, and he's trying to figure out a way to get home or whatever, and
He's
you're
like,
trying to talk-
he said something like, "Hey, I'm connected to you. I need your help. What do I
Yeah,
do
I need
here?
your
What do I
help."
do there?" And you'll like, give him a decision. He's like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna do that. Give me a couple hours."
and he does it in real
And
time.
he says, he's like, and then you'll get a notification like, what's his name is walking to there right now, and then you'll get it in 2 hours. He'll update you and say, "Hey, I'm here now," and do all that.
At one point, I just stopped playing the
Oh.
game. I stopped playing, so I would just keep getting notifications. What should I do now? What should- like a day later, what should I do?
Hello.
I wonder if he's still asking.
There's
I mean,
one-
I have a completely
there-
different phone now, but
There's one on the Apple Watch I think that I want to try, so I might
that's
do
cool.
that again. But
there's a game called I have it downloaded. It's like 8 Days, I think it's called, or something
Yeah.
like that. That's
I've heard
kind
of
of
that.
similar. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't do the notification thing, but it's like a choice.
Shit!
too.
I forgot.
Oh.
I did play another game. I played Replica. What the fuck is this? I forget what the subtitle is. It's Replica. I forget something else. It's a game. It's like one of those like Lost Phone games.
Oh yeah.
It brings up the whole thing, but the whole point is you're locked. It's almost got like Papers, Please vibes, where it's kind of that art style too. It's kind of like pixely. You are being interrogated, but you have to find out someone else's phone and convict them of being a terrorist. And you gotta just dig through, and then
Sounds
you're like,
fun.
but you're like finding stories about like, oh, like you're like, this kid sounds like a normal teenager, but like there's a guy texting you saying you got to find this, or we're putting your family, or we're blaming your family for going against the government. There's like all that
Cool.
stuff. Like it's a cool thing, but you gotta figure out his password. You got to do all this stuff. Like it's really like
Oh, wow.
it's pretty neat. It came out a couple years ago, but yeah, I was looking through my pictures because I do that thing where I just take so many pictures and it's filling up my phone fast. And I'm like, I gotta start just deleting stuff because I'm just like taking screenshots of things I find interesting. I was going through and I took a screenshot of that. I'm like, oh, let me go look at that like years later. And yeah, no, it was super interesting. It was like $3, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, so you have to, like it's locked, and then you have to figure it out. So like you can figure out, you start calling things and you'll get texts, and like you're like the first thing, for example, the first puzzle is like you're on the lock screen, you can't get past it. You're getting text still, and your mom's like, hey, it's your birthday tomorrow, and you're like, all right, let's do my birthday is the first is the passcode, right? And you get in, and then sure enough, then you start getting texts and being like, hey, don't call this person. No, it has multiple endings too, so you can end the game a lot of different ways. Super interesting though. I recommend that one. It's a couple years old, so it should run on anything.
Yeah, there's a game that was similar to that. I think it was on PC. Maybe it might be the same game, but like, where it's like you had to like go through the serial killers like emails and stuff like that,
Ooh.
and like
awesome.
they would like you had to like. I mean, I'm sure they shut down the servers now, but they would send you emails like threatening you, like don't look at my stuff and stuff like that. Like
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
shit.
it was
dope.
crazy.
You know what the name was?
I'm trying to look it up right now. I don't remember.
I'll write
now.
that down. That sounds
But-
cool.
Yeah, it was the concept was cool. I think now there's like there was like this company that was doing something similar to that, where like it's like a monthly box where you talk to a serial killer to find like solve a
I've
riddle
heard
or
of
something
that.
like that.
Yeah. It's like hunting a serial killer, and you get like clues
Yeah.
every month and trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about like all like it's funny just how like into serial killers people just get.
Yeah.
I do too. I watch all
Yeah.
those like documentaries and stuff. It's bizarre. Whatever. It's human
No,
nature.
the
I
only one
guess.
I watched was that. What was the really? I mean, I guess it was a
Dahmer.
serial killer. No, yeah, it was a really messed up. No, it was a serial killer, but it was like the oh fuck, I forgot what it was called. It was like really depressing. I think you watched it too. It was on YouTube. I think it was.
Are
on
you
other
talking
places.
about
not serial killer, but I'm like thinking of, like murders and
Oh,
it's like a little guy and his
yeah.
kid got killed by
Dear
his,
Zachary,
Dear
your
Zachary.
your father was killed or something like that, or
No. It was like a letter to.
dear, yeah. If you ever want to just fucking hate life,
Yeah, it's it.
oh, what the fuck was it called? It was
It
Dear
was
Zachary,
Dear Zachary.
a letter
Yeah.
to a son about his father. I guess it was called. I
Yeah.
could have sworn it was something else.
Yeah, it was a letter to. Yeah.
By
By the way,
I
that's
figured out what I'm thinking
Pokemon
of. I figured out what I was thinking of. I got Dear Zachary with my brother Sam is dead.
Oh
I don't know why I
no.
remembered that book from fucking
Okay.
way back in the day. Yeah, if you ever want to just see the most probably one of the most depressing documentaries of all time, but it's really fucking well done. Dear Zachary is
Yeah, it's really good.
wild.
Very depressing.
Yeah.
But that is our Pokemon discussion.
Yeah.
Talking about serial killers. And
Hey,
Like,
well,
where
yeah, curb stopping that Caterpie, dude.
yeah, that's true. With the Sinnoh killer or whatever.
All right.
What's it called? Sinnoh?
Yeah. Last story.
Yeah.
So the E3 2021 live event got canceled.
Anyway, that's our show.
So
what a depressing thing.
I want-
we're not gonna talk about the Switch Pro rumors.
that was bullshit.
Oh,
Oh, is it?
Well, no, I meant like that's the segment.
oh, that's their bullshit. Oh, yeah, we have a segment called bullshit. I thought you were actually telling me it was bullshit.
No, yeah, you're like, oh, no. What we're gonna go through this should be a quick one. I kind of want to just at least
Okay,
gauge. I wanted to ask both of you guys, how did you guys feel the summer? Because I feel like there's a general consensus about this, and I feel like we'll probably agree with it. But how do we feel the summer of news last summer being without E3 compared to E3 being a thing?
All right, so I love E3. Obviously, I think it's a
gamer
great time
Christmas.
of the year. Yeah, exactly. And Nintendo, of course, drops directs here and there, and those feel like mini Christmases. But the big one is always E3. And of course, that was missing last year.
Which Nintendo's at E3.
Jeff Keighley, bless him, but he tried. It didn't work. It did not work. I hope he does it again this year.
He's training to, and the word is that they're gonna keep it like all the 1 month. Because I think
Okay, good.
Because
Okay.
So, Siege, yeah, what did you think about it? Because let's get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. Where it is like an awesome time, like just to be someone that's into video games for sure, because you get to learn everything, and every big Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo.
They're all
even Nintendo
competing
in a
to
sense.
be more hyped.
Yeah, they're just whipping out their dick and seeing who's got the biggest one, right? And last year was definitely weird, but like I thought it was interesting because you still had Microsoft and Sony kind of going back and forth, even like during the months.
Yeah.
And that in that sense, and then of course there was the whole Series X and PlayStation 5, like them playing chicken on who's gonna.
God, they really went pretty far with that.
Yeah. Like,
Who was first to get Xboxes first, right?
Yeah, they got leaked. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, no, they were first either way because, like, I think Sony wasn't going to back down until they announced it.
Yeah. So Microsoft got leaked like a week early because they went out there and
their whole thing got leaked, right?
So
or was that for that was for when they announced the Series X? I mean,
Series S. Yeah,
S,
that got leaked, but then everything else got leaked with it, and they're like, "Fuck it, let's just announce it." And then the leak of the actual thing they said to press went out as well. But Sony was playing chicken to that till the end, for sure.
And it didn't matter because both of them were the same fucking price. So waste the goddamn time.
The only surprise was no, we have 2 days from between, but then the only surprise was Series S's price for sure.
Right.
Yeah, Series S being 300 is crazy.
I want to get one for my bedroom. I really want one for that.
Yeah, I'm okay. I have an Xbox One X.
I had that in the living room.
Well, whatever. Oh, you're cool.
Ooh, yeah, I'm cool. I have a living room.
Oh, well, some people don't have a living room. Some people don't have a refrigerator. Excuse me.
So you felt the same way, that it was kind of like, it was cool seeing that back and forth, but it dragged on.
Yeah. Because it was like, then you're just like, just get it out, because the information's already out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they're having it under wraps. And,
yeah.
And like where E3, they just let it all out, hang it out.
Yeah.
And then move it on.
Ironically enough, it felt like even the smaller things, because they tried to focus like, all right, we have like 4 big things that separate it out by months. It felt like, even though like, yeah, you get more like spotlight to them, it felt like it just wasn't. It wasn't enough. Like I still feel like I got more out of each game, even though I was competing. Like sometimes a big game announcement would be only a big game announcement for like 3 hours, and Sony would show up and then announce their big game, you know? So it felt like only 3 hours with this game, but it still felt more impactful because everything's coming out and you still got to like balance it out with everything, as opposed to, oh, July's game is Crash or whatever it was. And then it was like, all right, now we're just sitting on Crash for a while there's like, and then smaller games, there was really no outlet. Like I remember the Microsoft ones, they stumbled out. Remember, this time last year, Sony was the one on the back heel where they were like, where Microsoft was the one killing it in marketing, right? They came out of the gate with Game Awards. They're putting out a pretty good consistent stream of content. Sony's first thing was the Mark Cerny thing, which put everyone to sleep.
Yeah,
and then there was nothing
I feel like
else.
I was the only one saying that when we watched it, though.
No,
I feel like you and Kyle were like, no, you weren't talking shit about it, but you guys were like trying to pay attention. I was.
Oh, yeah, you watch me. I was
falling the fuck asleep. Mark Cerny has the voice that just immediately
he needs to make those like those podcasts that would put you to sleep.
He helped make Knack. You think of
a genius.
Yeah, genius like him. Like I don't know. That whole event was boring. But then really boring.
But the first big misstep of Microsoft was the Xbox Series X showcase. That was third party. Yeah. And that kind of flopped. And then
started with Prime Memory.
So. Yeah. And then Sony kind of came out. They're Sony's first big showcase. And I say this as like not a major PlayStation fan. I know people still liked it. But
it's great.
But Microsoft's, was it their August one or their September one? I forget which one it was.
I think it was June.
No, they missed June. They had one in May, and they were like, all right, guys, Xbox 2020, we're announcing something new every month, and they skipped the next month. They announced that.
And then they had that one for like, I think Grounded just came out or something.
Yeah.
They had like, it was like a week after it came out or something.
Yeah, and their thing was like,
was July the PlayStation one? Because there was one in July.
Yeah, that was PlayStation.
You sure? I feel like that was a June thing.
No, it wasn't June. I think it was. I want to say.
Then they had another one in September.
I could be wrong, but I felt like I think June was weird because it felt like everyone skipped June. Where everyone was like, maybe? That was weird. Why did no one do anything for June when June's E3? But yeah, no. So it was a weird back and forth that I felt like no one really hit strides on. It felt like there was just some weird no non-impact thing. Like it felt like all their big things. When E3, it's kind of cool when you just get big punches back to back to back. Even when you look in retrospect, we went through, me and Gore and Kyle on one of these podcasts. We went through an old Sony E3, and even though in hindsight, a lot of those games didn't hit the impact they should have. It felt good in the moment because it was like bam, big game, bam, big game, bam, bam, bam. But then I was supposed to this.
Going in hindsight, it's not exactly because it's about the show. I feel like it's like show what you got. And the problem with that conference was that when we watched it again, there was a lot of really boring parts. And then they had like the Shenmue 3, which nobody played. And
FF7, which wasn't out when we watched it.
Yeah, it took 5 more years until it came out. And then what was that? Last Guardian started off. It was like, whoa, Last Guardian's back. And it was good. 2016 was better in my opinion. That
sure. We'll watch that one.
That one ended up being like worth it because he had God of War, he had Resident Evil 7, which was still one of the best reveals ever. Nobody knew what that fucking game was. That Resident Evil 7. I was like, what is this? What the hell is this? What do you mean before kitchen? What does that mean? And then it's like first person, and they're like, what the fuck? What good is this? Condemned? Like, what is this? And then at the end, Resident Evil 7, I was like, what?
Right.
Yeah, anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I know I kind of agree with that. I think E3, it's funny because E3 was kind of like on live support where they're like, ooh, is E3 gonna live? Because I feel like people are kind of like saying if the digital events do well, Ubisoft's digital event, remember that one? That one sucked ass too.
Yeah. Well, the second one was a little bit better.
The second one was better. The first one sucked.
It had Scott Pilgrim, it had Prince of Persia.
EA sucked.
Oh,
EA's always suck.
They had one cool thing they showed, and I don't even remember
Rocket
what
Arena.
it was. No, it was something else that was kind of cool. And I don't remember what it was. I just remember.
Skate.
Yeah, and they didn't show that though.
No.
That's right. No, it said we brought it back. It's Skate. I'm like, where is it? I'm like, we're not.
All right, peace.
Bye. Can you make a logo? What the fuck? It's like, I could have did that.
Yeah. Yeah, no one really had a cool big moment in there. And
I think the only thing though that did happen was just the escalation of the fanboy like war.
oh god.
It was just
You're not wrong.
ridiculous.
I mean, in a year where there's 2 consoles coming out from warring factions,
While we're under
you're
a
gonna
massive
get that.
pandemic.
I mean, yeah, it was crazy. It was just like, oh, who cares? PlayStation has games.
It was,
Xbox has no games. Like, all right, cool, thanks, man. It's like, just let people play how they want to play it. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
I had bright memory. I had a 30-minute game. Like,
yeah, so I think E3 showed kind of it does have some sort of significance here still. That I think the onslaught, even though you're competing with everyone, I still think you almost get more coverage that way, rather than drip feeding everything. It doesn't catch people's interest. I think you lose people's focus if you just drip feed. So it'll be cool if hopefully next year everything's good to go. Final thing, and we're out of here. Bullshit. Nintendo is getting leaked with that 7-inch OLED Switch screen that's supposed to be out this time this fall, or in the fall. What are we thinking?
you know what? All right. Every rumor that has happened in the past for the Switch Pro, I feel like was always like, oh man, I heard a rumor in a bathroom with my uncle at Nintendo was cleaning the toilets, and then
Miyamoto came in.
Shigeru Miyamoto came in, and it was like Pro baby, and then he like took a runny dump and then ran out of the bathroom without washing his hands.
Have anyone noticed that people just really don't wash their hands after peeing? I hate it. I fucking hate it.
I usually just like let it.
Yeah, you freehold it. God, the amount of people I see just walk out of the bathroom without washing their hands. I'm like, you were just touching your dick, bro. Please wash your hands.
I don't use public urinals. I'm like, no one's gonna see this. They don't want to see it. I'll hold it. Fuck this.
All right, pig god.
Every time I came out of a theater, I'm like, I'll wait. I would see 3 movies and hold it the entire time.
Damn.
Like, I'm not doing it.
Well, when was the last like revision for a Nintendo system? Like the gap between the.
I think it's 3DS.
The new 3DS, which was
I guess 4 years after, I think, because the original 3DS came out in 2011. And I think that came out.
The 3DS is a hard one to measure though, because that thing had the 2DS. Let me see. I'll look that up.
Well, 2DS was it was a revision, but like, are we talking about like upgrades more so than?
Yeah, I guess so.
So
yeah,
like the X, like the 3DS XL came a year afterwards. Let's see.
I mean, when the Switch Lite came out, when like 2 years?
I forgot. About, yeah, I think.
Or
3.
Right.
It was 2019.
That came out. Yeah, that came out 2019.
The last like actual upgrade would be the new 3DS. And it had the better camera. It had the little dumb nub thing. It had better graphics, right? Yeah, I know. It had it wasn't even a stick; it was a nub. Like you don't even move it; it just move. like I feel like I'm pressing on a wart. But yeah, I think that was probably the last one they did that was actually an upgrade, because I guess you can see the 2DS XL was an upgrade from the 2DS. That's only because I don't know who thought the 2DS was a good idea. A big like brick looking thing. I hated it. I hated it.
I like how much you hate it, because I actually liked it. It felt good. I don't know why. It just felt like, because it felt like actually holding my hand. No, the problem with the 3DS I don't like is that it leaves all that extra hand, or leaves all that extra space in the bottom. Whereas on the 2DS, at least my hands are pushing against something the whole way through.
Well, here I'm gonna blow your mind right here. The DS, when you're done playing it, you could fold it up, put it away. the 2DS you just leave out and it collects fucking dust and it gets into the buttons and then you start playing it and the buttons suck now because you haven't played them in a while and there's dust in
There's
them.
drift on there too somehow.
Now there's drift. You drop it on the ground and it doesn't break because it's made out of I don't know what the fuck they
Vibranium.
They made it out of Nintendo GameCubes. I think GameCube was durable. If someone broke into your house and you had nothing else, you could just pick up the GameCube.
It's got a handle too. You can
Easily.
Dude, that handle, it's like
Mario Sunshine was bleeding on your carpet.
handle is so genius nowadays when you're like it's.
Do you remember when they were talking about the Nintendo Switch and they said we adopted everything from other Nintendo consoles, and then when it got to the GameCube had the handle, and you can bring this everywhere. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right, Nintendo.
They said the Wii U. We're just gonna port everything over there. That's what we took from that.
And then we're gonna port everything to the Switch.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Anyway, it's probably bullshit, but I hope it's not.
It has. We have to have a revision. I think at this point,
after seeing that Pokemon game and how shit. I mean, I know it's early in development, but it's still a year away. And they don't usually push back their Pokemon games, at least, right? And I feel like whenever they say it's big, it comes out. I'm gonna assume it is real, but I'm still gonna say it's bullshit because we had a lot of rumors before. So I'm like in the middle. Like I'm not taking the L on this one because. There you go.
Siege, what do you think?
And David's not here.
Holiday would be nice, I guess, for it to be released, but
it doesn't really have to compete with anything now. I guess the consoles are out, so
yeah.
PS6.
But
PS5 Pro.
PS5.
God, how can they make it any bigger?
PS Vita 2.
Oh, you don't tempt them. Do not tempt them.
It's like now it has 3 blades. I'm like, what the hell? You shave with this fucking thing now.
I think Holiday is a good time.
I think bullshit though. I think bullshit like it's not coming this year because you don't like to make something like that. You'd have to like ramp up production and stuff like that, right? Like manufacturing wise.
And the rumor is that they're gonna ramp up production. What, May? They said May. That was the rumor, right? May or June, they're gonna really ramp it up. I'm like, but they just bought out the OLED screen, right? That's the rumor that
they said
Samsung.
So what I thought
we have 3 months until they do production.
What I thought read, I know nothing technical know-how, so I forget what it was exactly. But apparently like the screens they bought are like on the decline of like price, so like right now is the best time to buy them. So
Nintendo hasn't made enough money to buy the good screens. They have to get the shitty garbage.
Yeah,
well,
you saw with the joysticks, man. Well, I guess everyone actually uses the joysticks.
Yeah, the joysticks.
I think Sony and I think Microsoft uses those same joysticks too.
Buy these. They don't got drift. They don't got rumble, but whatever.
I don't need rumble. I might want to grab those. They're
only $40 right now. They're on sale.
Where
at Amazon. At least yesterday they might be off sale now.
I like my thing I have now, but
what do you have? Oh, just the grip,
I have
right?
Yeah, I have the grip on it, but
dude, these thumbsticks feel good, bro.
That's the only thing I want it for is because I'm worried that I'm gonna keep wearing out my Joy-Cons to drift.
I know this looks stupid. It makes it look like I don't know, like you just doubled the length of your Switch, but like it feels good. It doesn't. It feels good.
Hey, if those work,
it's actually lighter than the Joy-Cons because I mean, there's no rumble in it.
It doesn't have the HD rumble.
It has the HD rumble. You can feel the
if those fit on the Switch Pro, I'm in.
No, they're not going to.
I think, dude.
You know, Nintendo's gonna look at him like, they can license more money from us to make new versions of the Pro split.
Make it like 0.mm.
Yeah.
Do some Apple shit with it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, they're definitely gonna do that, which will suck.
I've been standing on this for a while. I thought I could. I didn't think they would release last fall because it was like, no, there's way too many consoles out, and that's way too much competition. But I feel like even spring would be a nice time too. Just do it again, like next. Like fuck it, you have another breath. Oh, I think Gore's frozen. Unless he's really good at holding that face right now. He's probably gonna dip out in a second. I I think put it out against spring, put it out with like a Breath of the Wild with like Pokemon, you know. But yeah, no, the Switch is such a great piece of technology, but it's showing its age. The more and more times I play it, it's just like, dude, this thing is like, it's holding on for dear life. It's like, you know, when it feels like that time when before, you know, the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One S or X came out. It really feels like that. Like, ooh, even like, you know, if you do you have a PS4 Pro, or did you play Last of Us 2?
No, I haven't played. I haven't played any of the Last of Us series, actually, to be honest. Because I like Naughty Dog when they did Uncharted.
Oh, Uncharted. Okay.
And
I was gonna say Crash. All right.
No, just because like when I'm gonna play a game, I don't want to be depressed. Like I get it, a game can be an art form of sorts, but I just want to I just want to enjoy myself.
You're using it as an escape, and you don't want to escape the depression.
Right, exactly. Like if I want to do that, I could watch a Clint Eastwood movie, and that'd be good, you know. So it's fine. It is what it is.
His internet went down. Okay.
Oh.
So we'll see if we can wrap up here in a second. He's smiling. He's into it. Yeah, no, I agree. I think I get that with that, but man, some of the stories, I think especially if you're a father, that Last of Us story is gonna just play one though. I think you're good with one.
Yeah.
All right.
All
right, there he is. He's out.
Oh yeah.
All right, since the recording is gonna be weird, he's gonna be out of that. We'll bounce out because I think we're. Oh no, wait.
Am I back?
Hell yeah.
Back. Hey, there you go. I don't know what the fuck happened.
You froze on a smile though, so it was good.
Well, I sent you a message. My internet went completely down. It wasn't even Discord wasn't even frozen. It was just like it was fucking done. But that was the first time I had my internet go down in a little while, so that felt great. Anyway, what were we saying? I'll finish the thought.
No, the Switch is showing its age at this point. It feels like one of those like how I was saying, you know how like PS4 games are playing like at the end of the generation, and how it sounds like your PS4 wants you to put it out of its misery.
Yeah, just take it to the back. With
That's how I feel sometimes with some Switch games. Like it feels like some things are just like pushing that thing hard.
Yeah,
and you know what sucks
like,
too?
Hey, if you're playing and it's cold and you're playing this really close and it's like, hey, it's a good heat.
You know,
this thing gets hot.
The only thing that sucks about playing handheld mode is that I can leave it charged and there's just not enough charge going into it, so it just loses battery as I play. It just loses it at a slower rate.
Yeah.
So it's like, that thing needs to as soon as a pro version comes out, if ever, I'm in.
Oh, I'm definitely getting that instant. I imagine like just if it is more powerful, which it will be.
Oh, obviously. You know what though? Those things are gonna sell.
If the rumor is true about it being like when you dock it, it's in 4K. I'll be like, oh, that's when I play Breath of the Wild. That's when I play fucking see how Doom runs on it now.
Are you gonna do what you're doing with your Xbox Series X? Now
I'll just see how they all
racing with Ryan on Switch.
Yeah, racing with Ryan. If it's on there, I'll try it out.
It is.
Well, I'll try it out then.
All right. Spider says, "Welcome back, Gore."
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
All right.
Oh, there was one thing actually. I didn't realize. This week it came. This news came out. Epic bought Media.
Oh yeah, they bought Fall Guys, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Or their parent company, which I was surprised about. I was like, oh well.
Yeah, so that means Fall Guys is coming to Fortnite.
Yeah.
Get ready to play with those.
Hey, that means Fall Guys has something from Steam. It has that Scout. Remember? Now Epic Games has that Scout.
Oh, that's true. There's a Scout. Doom Guy's technically in it now. Because you can wear the Fortnite's Doom Guy skin, right? I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know.
It's cool they're doing that. They said it worked out for them, like the way that they were like, obviously money, but like they said that like their ideals lined up, which is cool.
Yeah. You got money. We want money.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like a peanut butter and chocolate situation.
From what I know, they haven't like messed up Rocket League. I know there was some issues with like the support stopped on some platforms, which is fine, I guess. It's not the biggest deal.
On like what?
I think Linux or something.
Oh, okay. Right.
So nothing like too crazy. But yeah, no, I think from what I've heard that they haven't mishandled
Rocket League. So I'm hoping they don't really mishandle Fall Guys. Actually, I forgot to mention I did go back and play Fall Guys a lot this last week because they had a hexagon only mode, and then they had Cuphead costumes. Fall Guys is a lot harder than it was at launch now. People have been playing the fuck out of this game. Like Hexagon is like a straight up like I will win that game 100% back in the day. Now it's like every motherfucker is like doing some crazy like MLG pro strats, like 360 no scope landing on this crazy platform. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I think I won like one mode after all that. It took me forever to get the fucking. I didn't even get the Cuphead skins because either way, I was like, I'm gonna always use the Hotline Miami skin. But I got the emote where he's like all like framey doing his gun. But my God, yeah, that game is like pumping with content though. It's pretty cool.
Did they add new games or is it all the same?
They got all new games, all new even like final ones where they have this cool hexagon type game too where it's like it's on ice, but each step you can step on 3 times before it breaks. So you're like breaking certain like things. So everyone's like hopping around like crazy, and then you see all these like paths. You gotta like, all right, that one's cracked once, this one's cracked twice. So it's like hexagon, but just like a little more elevated. I think I saw that there's a the rollout game, but now the slime climbs higher. So you gotta like watch like where you're at there. It's getting crazy, but yeah, they have been adding a lot of actual game modes, so it's pretty. You get a pretty cool like different types of game versus when at the launch where you were like kind of getting the same 12 games over and over because there were only 12 games. But, it's in a good spot right now. Hopefully they keep that going. I know that Among Us and Phasmophobia sort of just stole away the thunder because they were Fall Guys was the flavor of the month that month, and even though it's still popular, it Among Us took the whole. That especially that character looking like the Fall Guys guy almost.
They both look like what was that our game? The one where you throw people out?
Oh, Human Fall Fly and Gang Beasts.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, what can you do? They're just blobs. Like,
they're beans.
Or yeah, I guess they're beans. Well, they're all like Minions ripoffs, I guess. Which Minions was a ripoff of the Rabbids. So everything's ripping off everything.
All roads lead to Rabbids.
Yeah, all roads lead to Rayman, I guess somehow.
I do want to play more Among Us sometime.
Yeah,
that'll be a good stream.
Fun game.
All right, that's the podcast.
Awesome.
So let me go back and do all this stuff. I never mentioned at the beginning, teespring.com/storage/blue-rupees. That's where you got some merch stuff. We got the shirt up there that helps us out. Like, comment, subscribe, copyright strike. It really does help us out.
It really helps us out.
Games gone by schedule. Later this month, we got Earth Defense Force 5. I'll give you a couple of months. April is Hellblade. Senua Sacrifice. May is 9 Person, 9 Hours, 9 Doors. And June is Parasite Eve. You can hear the rest of them on Games Gone By, which is now its own specific channel. So if you want to listen to just those, we got Undertale up. Next week up is Dead Space. So check those out. Those come up on Tuesdays. They will be reposted to Gore's channel eventually as well. Spider.
I mean, some of them are already up on there.
Everything is So Gore, you have your own uploads, so you can probably skip those if you want. But I am re-uploading. Even if you have What Remains of Edith Finch, I will re-upload that on my own too.
I have. I think did I put God of War? I think I did.
There was another one you put up. I forget which one.
I know Bloodstained. Let me look. Keep talking.
Yeah, Spider, appreciate the follow.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Sunday, Gore, David, and I should be streaming EDF. If that changes, I'll let you know on Twitter, just in case David can't make that. But I mean, Gore and I probably will stream that anyway. Whatever. We'll do something on Sunday.
It's got to work. On Frog Fractions, I'll put that garbage up.
I need to figure out how to put Frog Fractions up, actually.
Oh, Doki Doki. I put up a bunch. Doki Doki, Bloodstained, Inside, God of War, What Remains of Edith Finch. Barkley, shut the hell up. The world's worst Frog Fractions playthrough, I called it.
Yeah, not wrong.
Dead Space, and that's it. It was the world's worst.
So you can see those episodes already on Gore's channel. If you're listening on audio, if you want those audio, those will be going up weekly until we catch up to the episode that we're currently on, in which case they'll be going back up whenever they do get posted. But like by that time, it's gonna be probably like the end of this year by the time they catch up, as well as episodes we're posting. And then pimp yourself out again, Siege.
Oh, sure. Podcast comes out weekly. 1H1D is the name of it. Weekly Wednesday nights, and hosted by myself, Chris, and Tom. And we talk about
What's your
Random
next game?
games. Oh God, what is the next game? I have to look it up now.
He's like,
Sorry.
what does he say? He says, Hellblade, 9 hours versus like Parasite Eve.
9 hours would be a very weird one to play only the first hour.
That's a pretty fucked up hour.
Pretty funny,
No, the next game is the next game that we are going to be playing is Killer Instinct.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That's
Which
a good
one?
The new one, I assume.
The one that's on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Full
Dude,
edition.
you
or
can
whatever.
make a
The
straight
one
up
with the Hobbit
podcast out of just games on Game Pass and just call it a day and you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the beauty of it. It's like I can always get content from it. So
Yeah,
But
and,
it's,
and the cool thing about it too is like it kind of solves what the problem that me and Goran had in our calls for a long time is that you have to coordinate everyone having a game.
Yeah.
Now I was like, if that isn't Game Pass, like you got that? No, man. Hey, fuck you. You got it on Game Pass.
Yeah, fuck you.
You got it on Game Pass, liar.
the one
thinking
thing
of
that
the
we
Game
did
Pass.
notice is that sometimes because of the PC and the Xbox licenses or whatever,
Uh-huh.
like if you're playing it on PC, you might not that game might not be on Xbox or vice versa. So
Right.
Right. Yeah.
that's the one thing. But otherwise,
it
it's
is.
been good.
Nice.
I'm starting to think of a name for that, like a Game Pass centric show. It's like
Pass
Game
Cast.
Pass. I was fuck off. I'll fucking take my old shit.
No, it's not past. It's pass.
Yeah, pass. I know, you son of a bitch. No, I was thinking like game pass or play or something like that. Like because your
yeah.
whole thing is like an hour, or are we gonna
Dude,
pass it or play it?
You should use that as like a weekly series. I think that'd be kind of a neat one where you like just go over it for like a week. I feel like you'd probably get a lot of content out of that.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say that's what he does.
No, I feel like if you did that, like give a quick recommendation or just pick a random game on there because you do have that whole.
Because all mine will be garbage. Like I look at my collection, like what haven't I played yet? All right, fucking Race with Ryan.
I really want to utilize that surprise me option. Have you? I think that'd be a really cool idea for like a stream or
that's a good
something
idea.
where it's just like fuck it, just surprise me.
Yeah. And it gives you Overwatch. Well,
Yeah, baby. I went
back at it.
I went to a friend's house, and her friends were on just like sitting there like on the menu of Xbox, and I was like, "Oh, what are you guys playing?" They're like, "Oh, I can't figure it out." I'm like, "You guys know there's a surprise me button on there?" They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, look, go there." And I showed them, and it blew their minds, and like they picked it in Mortal Kombat came out. They're like, "Hell yeah!"
Hell yeah, Mortal Kombat. Hell yeah, it's murder.
That'd be a cool idea. I definitely want to start streaming a little bit more here or there. I do have I have a new like starting soon screen and all that stuff that I've been getting off Fiverr. I need a new overlay, and once I do that, I'll probably start doing a lot more streams, especially when summer comes around. I was talking to KickNo4 on Twitter. He mentioned it because I put a poll out asking if there's a game anyone wants to see a specific week, or if I just pick a whole random game. And everyone picked random game. And someone mentioned I was like he wants to see you on there. I was like, yeah, if I do streaming weekly, I'm like I would be surprised if like you didn't want to hop in on like I'll play a random game or something. It'll be on there. We'll figure out a game. All right.
No fighting games. I don't want to destroy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows I'm really good at the fighting games.
Evo champion.
Hell yeah. I want me and Darkside Phil. Running through the competition.
Yeah, running
hand in hand.
All right. In my notes, I just have serial killer written on here now because I want to look for that game that you mentioned.
I hope you leave that and then somebody in your family comes in and sees that.
They're reading timestamps. Bullshit. Nintendo with 7-inch OLED screen. Serial killer.
Serial killer. Nintendo, like it either looks like you're crazy or you're like you have a bunch of weird clues for something. Like
yeah, well,
like,
your name's written on here a lot. So
well, well, I guess they got me. I'm the Nintendo OLED serial killer.
So yeah, you're the one that
take
kills
your
that.
old screens and I smash them.
All right.
I eat garbage. That's the only thing I know of that show. I'm the trash man. I go around and I eat garbage.
I'm the trash man.
That's what's it called again? Once Upon a Time in Philadelphia. What's it called? What's that show?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh,
Once Upon a Time in Philadelphia.
Once Upon a Time. Amazing.
Quentin Tarantino.
Once Upon a Time in Philadelphia. The idea is still that idea. That's an amazing idea. Once upon a time in Philadelphia. Holy shit! All
Should
right,
call
we're out. That's a good ending.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Siege.
Yeah, we appreciate you. You're welcome back on whenever. We need to figure out a stable way to do guests, though.
Yeah.
David,
Well, we get a new computer. Yeah. Well, David is for now on a guest. So
he always was a guest.
that's true. He was never actually.
I always love when shows do that. They're like recurring guests, and I'm like,
He's
bitch, they've been
recurring
on
guest.
for like a
They've
90.
been in more episodes than the main character.
All right, that's the podcast.
That's it.
Appreciate you guys on the stream. Thank you for staying tuned. We had a lot of people. I'm imagining that was you bringing in people, man.
Oh, just a few. Maybe.
Hell yeah.
We'll see.
Oh yeah. Definitely
right.
wasn't me. Nobody gives a shit about my ass.